Kyle Draper.
What is up? What is up, Sacramento? It is the takeover. That's right. It's your boy Drapes holding it down with Jay Johnson here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports 1140. I'm taking over the next 4 hours. I arrived home yesterday from Toronto, watched that Kings game, and I tell you what, Kings fans, I'm upset right now. Can I say I'm pissed off? Well, I'm pissed off right now on the radio. My guy, Kevin Gleason, Whitey, he's not here today, feeling under the weather. Whitey, we hope you feel better. No word, no official confirmation if Whitey is sick because of last night's Kings game, but I know we're all ill today because of what transpired. The Sacramento Kings lost to the worst team in the entire association. That's right, the worst team in the entire association, the Washington Wizards. And so we're going to do something different today, Kings fans. You know, I come on this show, I give you Drapes takes. Trust me, we'll still have that. I'll tell you what I think. Whitey tells you what he thinks. Jay tells you what he thinks. But this is your show, Sacramento, and I know you're frustrated right now. So we're going to open up the phone lines for the next 4 hours, 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. You can also text us and hit us up on the YouTube chat as well, Sactown Sports 1140. Let me tell you what's coming up on the show. Of course, we're going to dive heavily into what happened last night in the nation's capital. I still can't believe it. I still haven't been able to sleep after what happened yesterday. We're going to dive into that coming up at the bottom of the hour. We got my guy Chris Manx of SI.com joining us for an outsider's perspective on what is wrong with our Sacramento Kings. So please hit us up, 916-339-1140. Jay Johnson.
Let's go, Sacramento.
I'm going to tell you this. I had a travel nightmare yesterday coming back from Toronto.
Oh, again?
Yeah, dude, I always got something. We'll get into that because I want to hear other people's travel nightmares. I can't be the only one that struggles when it comes to travel because it was awful yesterday. And I'll get into that coming up in a little bit. So I didn't watch the Sacramento Kings game live. You know, I had it on my phone looking at the updates and everything like that. I'm like, man, we're down after the first quarter. It's all good. We still got 3 quarters left. Man, we're down at halftime. It's okay, Kings fans. We'll be okay. We'll come back. It's the Wizards. They always give it up. And then I see that we lost the game. We lost the game. I'm not talking about practice. I'm talking about the game. We lost the game to Kyle freaking Kuzma. We made Kyle Kuzma look like Kobe Bryant last night, Jay. That had me upset. And so I know I got 4 hours. I don't want to blow all my energy. I don't want to blow all my energy, Jay, but I'm coming in hot today, man.
Oh, man, come on in hot, brother. Unlike your plane, you know, your flight, even though, thank the Lord, you hear safe sound. Look like you all in one piece. Sounds like you got your voice and you're ready to go. I will say this before we get going, brother. I missed you yesterday on the call.
Really?
I did, man. I actually went to a friend's house, and, you know, I don't get to see the Kings call quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, we've had that discussion on this show. And I missed it, man. You know, anytime I get to see the Kings play, I'm looking for Drapes, man. I'm looking for Drapes takes. I'm looking for Kyle Draper. I'm looking for the stomp on the feet. I'm looking for, I'm looking for everything that everything that we could possibly do. And so when I didn't get it, I just felt a little different. All respect due, Mark is a legend in the game.
Professional.
He's been working longer than I've been alive. Shouts out to him meeting his wife here in Sacramento. He told that story, that type of situation over at Hughes Stadium, Sac City. But for me, I'm always looking forward to Drapes, brother.
I appreciate you, man, and thank you. And I see some of the comments on the text line on YouTube as well, 916-339-1140. It felt weird for me yesterday not to be a part of the game action. Because even when Mark's on the call, Jay, at least I'm doing pre and post game.
Right.
At least after the game, I'm keeping it real. I'm voicing the frustration that we all feel after last night's game. But I had to sit by myself with that, bro.
I know, that's tough.
You know what I mean?
You have to soak in it.
I wanted to text you guys, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save it for the show. But that, worst loss of the season.
Completely.
By far. And people say, oh, what about Detroit at home, Drapes? Nah. And I want to start off, Jay. I need to apologize to the people out there.
Okay.
I need to apologize to you. I need to apologize to Sacramento Kings fans because I was duped. I was hoodwinked. I was bamboozled. I thought the team had turned the corner. I thought the team had, you know what? All those losses to Charlotte, to Detroit, Portland, that was the old Sacramento Kings. These boys have been locked in. And I understand they got to D.C. at around 2:33 in the morning. I understand it's the second night of a back-to-back. I get it, Kings fans. I get it, Sacramento Kings players. But there is no reason why, because as you know, Jay, Washington, with 11 wins on the season going into that game, Washington, 11 wins. Those guys already got their off-season plans booked. Their wives and girlfriends already got their bags packed to go to Cancun or wherever. They're not trying to win basketball games right now. No. How'd they win that last night?
If I had the if I was Sway, I would have all the answers, but I don't have all the answers. And Kanye said, and so I just don't know, man. I completely agree with you, though. I said this to Twitter or whatever the case may be, but I'm gonna say it right here. I think it is the worst loss in the season, and for two reasons for me, Drapes, is this: the timing of the loss. Yeah. You have 13 games left. And the second part of it is you just can't lose to the worst team in the league.
Right.
And I get the Pistons, Portland, Charlotte, we could continue.
Yep.
The Houston losses aren't starting to look too bad.
Right.
Like these guys are, they're starting to bang. But the other part too, and I haven't seen much from it, and it might be my fault. We are busy and it is our job to stay up on it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen an update on Brandon Ingram just yet as far as today.
Shams did put something out. Shams did put something out on Brandon Ingram. Let me pull it up. I got it right here. 6 hours ago, suffered a bone contusion in his left knee, is expected to miss at least 2 weeks.
Okay, so that's what I saw. Yeah. So I'm just making sure I hadn't missed anything else. 2 weeks, that's the season almost.
That's the season.
Right? And so the last game for the Kings is the 15th, I believe.
Yep, Portland at
home. That's Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So if we go 2 weeks from April 1st, that's 2 weeks. So really, he's probably got a week left, which means 1 or 2 games, right? And then it's going to be tender. It's probably going to be a little bit sore.
Right,
and they may just say, look, we've locked in a position of 5th or 4th or 6th or whatever they want to, they're playing for, and we're going to sit Brandon B.I. into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, the Kings didn't know B.I. had got hurt. But as a fan, we have the opportunity to see, look, we're dealing with injuries. When I say we talking about the Kings. If B.I. is to get hurt, that's huge for the Pelicans. Huge.
Massive.
I'm compounding all three, Drapes. The time of the loss, who you lost to, and the fact that B.I. is gone for 2 weeks, you might have some gravitational pull.
Yes.
You may be able to bring them back towards you.
And can I give you a fourth one real quick? They lost last night to Orlando.
Man. Come on.
You went into yesterday, Jay, 2 games behind the Pelicans for the 5th spot. They lost, so you could have gained another game. You could have woke up today just 1 game out of the 5th.
Yes.
And that what makes this loss even worse. Everything you just named and that as well. And so hit us up, 916-339-1140. We'll take your calls coming up in a little bit. We'll also have Drapes takes. And I watched the game on replay, Jay. And I knew what I was going to watch. I knew because I already knew the final score. But I wanted to see how it unfolded. And you take away the 2 big runs that the Kings had to end the second quarter and then the fourth as well, in the third or in the fourth, the Wizards outplayed them.
Yeah.
They outclassed them. And I know there's a lot of people out there. I done seen your tweets. I done seen your comments talking about Mike Brown. Got a guy talking about Keegan Murray. I see it all. We're going to address that. But to me, what I saw last night was 4 or 5 things that had me upset. It's not just Mike Brown and his rotations that I'm upset about. It's not just De'Aaron Fox taking 30 shots, and not just Keegan Murray hitting his first 4 shots and then not seeing the ball the rest of the game. It's not just the lack of on-ball defense. It was everything last night seemed to go wrong for the Kings. Like, we handed it to the Washington Wizards. You know who the Washington Wizards are like. You ever played Mike Tyson knockout back in the day? Glass Joe.
Oh, they're Glass Joe?
They're Glass
the
Joe.
First person.
All you got to do is hit them once, big fella, and they going out. They going out. That's who the Washington Wizards are. But we made
Glass
them into
Joe,
Buster
man.
Douglas. They weren't Glass Joe
They was
yesterday.
Ball Bull.
They were Ball Bull. Exactly. That's how they were. You remember that game growing up? That was the game.
Come on.
And so
Sandman.
we let these boys off the hook yesterday, and we gave them their 12th win of the season. All right, we are just getting started. Chris Manx at the bottom of the hour from SI.com. Drape's Takes coming up next, and, of course, your phone calls, 916-339-1140. You're listening to The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports 1140.
Keep it here to Sactown Sports for the Sacramento Kings push toward the postseason.
Get analysis from our local shows, breakdowns from our Kings insiders, and all the thrilling moments from the G-Man.
Fox now on the left angle, gets to 2-point range, lobs it out to Herter, wide open. 3 to seal the deal. He's got the triple, and Fox has a career-high 16th assist.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Dr. Ken Howachek and kinesiologist Kelsey Graham discuss the Good Feet store.
The foot has a lot of detail. It has a lot of complexity. There's a lot that can go wrong. A lot of problems start in the foot and end up elsewhere. Knee pain, hip pain, back pain. When aligning the feet properly, we can see relief elsewhere. And that's the beauty of the Good Feet arch support. It can place the feet into their ideal position and gives them the balance, the support, the comfort, and the relief of the pain. The bottom line is that the Good Feet arch support can be a highly effective pain relief solution when nothing else has worked.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints of the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Visit the Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Modesto, Stockton, and Vacaville for a free fitting and test walk.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Back here on The Drive, guys, Sactown Sports 1140. Coming up, we got your calls, 916-339-1140. Chris Manx of SI.com will be joining us as well to get a national perspective on what's happening with the Kings. I want to give a shout-out to my guy, Kevin Gleason. Whitey, a little under the weather today. I see you guys are wondering where he is at today. You know, Whitey's funny, man. He's the only dude I know that's going to call in sick from the parking lot of the office.
Yeah, he was like, hey, I'm outside. Man, if you sick, stay at home.
Keep your butt at home. I mean,
know,
it's not like he the president and he got the nuclear codes and need to come in. Bro, we're just doing radio, man. So take your time, Whitey. It's the takeover today. Drapes and Jay, we got you covered. Got your phone calls coming up in just a little bit. But we are reacting to what happened last night in D.C. The Sacramento Kings falling to 40-29 with a 109-102 loss to the Washington Wizards, a game in which the Kings' largest lead was 2 points.
Yeah.
They led by 2 at one point. The Wizards, meanwhile, had a 19-point lead. And we're going to get into Drape's takes, right? I know, Jay.
That don't even sound good, man.
Right.
Like coming out of your mouth, brother, that don't even sound right. Like to the point of I'm starting to feel like Whitey, like my stomach. I'm feeling achy. I'm not feeling right, but I am excited for Drape's Takes, man, coming up.
Yeah, let's drop it. Drape's Takes right now.
Calm down, Lion. Calm down.
Drape's Takes brought to you by Alsco Uniforms. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. All right, I got to start off by saying this. Kudos to the Washington Wizards. They picked up their 12th win of the season. Maybe arguably their best win of the year. But if we're being honest, Jay, if we're being honest, you know how they do in soccer overseas where they relegate a team?
Yes.
Contraction or whatever. That's the Washington Wizards.
They're going down to the B?
Right. They should be a glorified G League team.
Oh.
And that we let Corey Kispert, we let Denny Avdia, we let Jordan Poole laugh in our face and beat us last night. That does not sit well with me, man. You can't lose. I would have rather lost to the Raptors than these jokers we saw last night.
They were close.
They were close.
They were close. Don't ask for something that could have happened,
too,
but
right?
I get what you're saying.
But seriously, the Wizards, and let me start off by saying this, man. When I look at the numbers and look at the eye test and what I saw last night, a lot of people want to get on Mike Brown. His substitutions were questionable. Keon Ellis last night, 20 minutes. Keon's been one of the best players over the last 2 weeks. How come Keon didn't get more minutes? I look at the fact that the Kings were struggling offensively and Mike Brown turned to Chris Duarte as an offense. To me, what we saw last night from Mike Brown is that he has 4 guys he trusts. Malik, De'Aaron, Domas, and Keegan Murray. Outside of that, it's game by game. If you got it going, he's going to rock with you. He's going to flow with you. If you don't.
No Harrison? Harrison's not in that 5?
But we've seen Harrison play 16 minutes before.
Okay.
We've seen Harrison, and last night I thought Harrison was solid. Could have knocked down some more shots, could have had more of an impact, played 28 minutes. But when you're without Kevin Huerter, Trey Lyles, Sasha Vezenkov, you got who else you going to turn to other than Harrison Barnes, at that position. But a lot of people are saying he should have played Keon Ellis more. I'm looking at it like Keon wasn't getting it done yesterday. You look at that first quarter, and Keon was starting his first loss of the season. The Wizards were blowing by him too. And so if you're not playing defense anyway, let me turn to the offense. Let me get the offense going. But the problem is the offense wasn't going as well. And so we can get mad at Mike Brown's substitutions. I get it. But nobody stepped up. Nobody gave him a reason to play them 30 minutes. Keon Ellis was on a short leash last night for some reason. I don't know exactly why. Only 2 points, only 20 minutes. But it was because they were struggling offensively. You look at the third quarter, just 22 points against this Wizards team. Come on, man. You got to be better than that. So while I understand the frustration with Mike Brown, the dude was searching for answers, I thought, yesterday. He was throwing Kessler Edwards was getting major minutes yesterday. He was throwing everything at the board, hoping something would stick, Jay.
I will say this. I agree with you that he was looking for something, a rotational piece, someone, as you said, pinning the tail on the donkey yesterday. He was trying to figure it out. Yeah. But I think people are upset in the fact of the rotation has kind of not been set. And I will say this, it's been set over the last 5 games, right? Yep. Like he's played the 9 when he has Trey Lyles, Kevin Huerter set, but I think he was looking for something, and it just kind of reminded people of 20 games ago, 30 games ago, where it was kind of like he was searching and trying to find something,
And here we are at 13 games left. You would think that would be all fixed. That would be all settled.
Injuries,
we would have it. But guys are injured. That brings me to my next point. De'Aaron Fox. Here's what I'll say about De'Aaron Fox and the 30 shots he took last night, Jay. Here's what I'll say for De'Aaron Fox in the 15 three-pointers that he took yesterday. I'm not mad at De'Aaron Fox, and let me tell you why. I'm not going to wake up on Friday, look at the box score and say, oh, man, De'Aaron Fox took 30 shots, 15 threes. Something's wrong. He didn't play. No, De'Aaron Fox, first of all, missed his first 9 shots. He was struggling early, but they were good shots. Second of all, he was trying to put on his superhero cape, his Superman cape, and lead this team back to a win. Would I like him to be more selective with the three-pointers? Yes, no doubt about it. He had 13 points in the fourth quarter. He tried to will this team for a win. Now, if anything I want to complain about is that there needs to be more balanced shooting. But I don't think De'Aaron was out there gunning. I don't think he was looking like Kobe in his final game trying to get 60, Jay. I thought De'Aaron was trying to do what it took to get this team a win.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there was a couple opportunities that he missed. The shot didn't go down. I will say this, though. I would like to see De'Aaron a little more selective in the 3-point shot. Like there's a couple opportunities and times because his superpower is mid-range, getting to the cup, blowing speed.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Take advantage of a little more and stop relying on the jumper. That's me.
Yeah, but that brings me to the next point, too. This team needs to make 3-pointers. Like, this team has to shoot well. And, they missed their first 11 threes, I think it was. And that gave the Wizards life. And that sort of took the Kings outside of their comfort zone, if you will. Kind of threw them off. But I will say, Jay, Keegan Murray got to get more involved. And I don't know if it's his problem or the team's problem, but the dude was cooking early. He hit his first 4 shots in like the first 6 minutes of the game. He took 7 shots the rest of the game. He's too good to disappear. He can't be another guy. He can't, no offense, be Harrison Barnes, Kevin. He has to be a stud. And you tell me, is that on Mike? Is that on De'Aaron? Is that on Keegan? How do we get this guy? Because, and I said it to start the season, Keegan Murray is the guy that takes us from good to great, and we haven't seen it enough this season.
I think it's a combination of all of them, Drapes, in my mind. I think as a coach, and we've heard every single coach come on this show and talk about how they want Keegan to shoot more. We've heard Coach Brown talk about it. We've heard Keegan even understanding, like, I need to probably get up more shots. We've heard his teammates, as you talked about, De'Aaron, Domas, Malik. Everybody is yearning for Keegan to take more shots. I think it's just something that, it's going to be a little bit of a mixture of everything. They're going to have to put the whole blend in the whole bowl and stir it up. And hopefully at the end, a cake comes out.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. You're right. And it's still time for him to grow. Jerry Reynolds talked about the growth from Peja Stojakovic second year to third year. And that's what we're hoping to see from Keegan Murray. My last Drapes take is this. Shout out to Kessler Edwards. He was the only bright spot, I thought, yesterday. I thought his energy in that second quarter really changed the game. He got after it defensively. He was sort of like Keon Ellis out there. When Keon would come in and sort of change the game defensively, it would bleed into other guys. I thought Kessler Edwards did that last night.
Shouts out to Kessler.
Give him some love, right?
Shouts out to Kessler, man.
Yeah.
He's been – and that's the guy you've been looking for, Drapes, not so much as Kessler himself, but the 6'7", 6'8" wing with the 7-foot wingspan. That's the only one they have on the Kings roster right now is Kessler Edwards.
Yes, you're right about that. So that's Drapes Takes, my man. That's what I got. I started off this show by saying, you know what? This is the People Show, 916-339-1140. So we're going to get to some phone calls coming up in just a minute. But I'm still frustrated about last night because Jay made a great point. There were 3 or 4 reasons why this was the worst loss of the season. The timing, the opponent, the standings, the Pelicans, they're banged up right now. They are a wounded animal. And so forget about the 6th seed, Sacramento. You had a chance at getting closer to the 5th seed, and you let it slip. And today you wake up in the 8th seed. All right, I want to hear from you guys out there. 916-339-1140. Jay, let's just go right down the line. Let's start with Lewis on line 1. You're on with Drapes and Jay, the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports 1140. What's up, Lewis?
Hey. Oh, nothing. Hey, Drapes. So first time I've had a chance to talk with you. I really enjoy what you do on TV and so forth. Love it. Here's where I'm going to go right now. I don't know, man, how we lose that one last night. I don't get it. I know it was a back-to-back. I know we got in late. I'm going to say this. When it comes to Coach Brown, there's an interesting dynamic with NBA coaches. They do well when they have good players, and then they get fired maybe when they don't, right? I'm looking at Budenholzer. I'm looking at some coaches that won Coach of the Year who are still unemployed right this moment, right? So Coach Brown, he's been fired a couple of times before. I've been the guy they scoffed at me, they laughed. I'm not down with his rotation. To me, you need to know what you're going to do. You're in Toronto. You're traveling to DC. You had a blowout, that. Yet, here you go. You have Fox taking 30 shots. Maybe this was the night Fox should have maybe being held back a little bit. I'm just going to round up with this because Lord knows, honestly, I'm on my lunch and I got to get back. But listen to this now. And this is real stuff, Drapes. What I've noticed a lot is Keegan, they ask him to post over on the right side on the 3-point line. And oftentimes what happens is you've got left-handed De'Aaron Fox going left, not looking right. He's going left. You got DeMontis, a left-hander. He's going left. He's not really looking right. I see some instances where they flip it. They bring Keegan over to the left. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I don't feel like his teammates look for him, right?
I hear you, Lewis, but let me say this, Lewis. Sorry to cut you off because we're up against it. I hear you 100%. But if I'm Keegan Murray, I'm the number 4 overall pick. I'm the dude that you've entrusted to be a great two-way player. I'm the dude that's being empowered by the coach to let it fly. Sometimes Keegan got to put on his big boy pants and say, you know what? I hit my first 4 shots, and who knows what he's saying behind the scenes, right? And he's, a nice guy. He doesn't do that. But this is the NBA. We're not spoon feeding guys out here. This is a dog-eat-dog world, Lewis. So sometimes Keegan, we saw how Malik walked off the floor last night, and we'll talk about that coming up in a bit. I want to see a little emotion from Keegan Murray.
Man.
You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And, and it's not when you're happy and everything. Just, even a clap like I'm open, just something, right? Anything.
Yeah. And, Drake, Steven, piggyback on that, I was going to use the example of the game before, or excuse me, not Toronto, but the game prior to that, where Memphis, where Keegan lit the beam. And people were cracking jokes about how he just was so uninterested. He didn't even look like he wanted to be there. And that's cool. No problem with that. But I do think there is something to showing a little passion because I think Keegan, one of the down plays for Keegan right now in the Sacramento community, and I could be wrong, but I'm just, from what I observe, is a lot of people don't feel he has the passion. And one of the things we continue to keep on asking about with this team, and I think Malik has kind of shown that, but who beyond Malik is the leader? Who's the inspirational guy?
Right.
Who's the rah-rah guy? And I think some people want to see, we don't know what Keegan is.
Yeah.
We don't know how he feels day to day.
And I think, Jay, too, we sort of enable that as a community. We think it's cute. We laugh. Oh, Keegan, like when he did the beam, it was like, oh, look at Keegan being Keegan. Maybe that's just who he is. I don't know. But I've talked to his dad. He used to have, an anger management problem. I guess that's the word I'm going to use. But, he used to get fiery during games. He got kicked out of practice before, kicked out of games before, and they had to reel him back in. And now it's like he's sort of, I would like to see the beast come out a little bit, just once in a while. All right, we got much more coming up. We're going to get to your phone calls, 916-339-1140. I see them all lit up. We're going to get to them. Plus, we got Chris Manx of SI.com joining us next. It's Drapes and Jay here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, The Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event is on. Explore California this season with Toyota's legendary reliability. Take on spring with incredible fuel efficiency and more peace of mind. Right now, get low 3.99% APR financing on 2024 Highlander. Or check out great lease deals on the stylish 2024 Camry, sporty Corolla, and dynamic RAV4. Hurry in. Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Toyota. Let's go places. Offer available through DFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Excludes hybrids. Ends 4/1/24.
Elevate your golf game at Timber Creek Golf Course in Roseville. Just named to the prestigious Golfer's Choice 2024 Top 25 Public Golf Courses in all of California by Golf Pass. Timber Creek offers an unparalleled experience. Our revamped practice facility features a grass driving range, expanded putting greens, and a chipping area complete with sand traps. Whether you're a pro or just starting your golf journey, Timber Creek is the place to be. Visit us and discover why we're the talk of Sacramento and beyond. Unwind and tee off at Timber Creek Golf Course. Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Right now, the sewer system is probably the last thing on your mind. And that's okay, because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. If you have a sewer problem like a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay here on Sactown Sports 1140. It's the Drive guys here on a Friday afternoon. Got the weekend. I'm sure everybody got big plans this weekend. Back in town. I might try and get out some golf on Sunday maybe. So anybody on the link Sunday, hit me up.
Shout out to Kirkland.
Yep. Oh, I got to tell you a Kirkland story. I got an update, Jay, on the Kirkland situation coming up in just a little bit. But let me get my guy, Chris Manx, from SI.com, jumping on with Drapes and Jay on Sactown Sports 1140. Chris, first of all, happy you're deciding to join us, man. I forgot you did basketball. You write so much about boxing, big fella. Don't forget about your first love, basketball.
No, Draper, so much to say to you, so much. First, let me say how proud I am of you to talk about your issues with alcohol. I thought that was a great story. And as someone that's known you for a long time, I thought that was great. I thought that was really impressive. I'm really happy for you. I also would like to let you know that as a reliable League Pass consumer, you have officially jumped to the top of the list of the whiniest play-by-play guys in the league. Like, I think I can't remember the game it was, but you spent the vast majority of the game complaining about the referees. Like, I have never heard a broadcaster complain about the referees.
You didn't watch Tommy Heinsohn growing up? You didn't watch Tommy Heinsohn growing up?
No, Tommy is in a category unto himself. Okay. Tommy gets that. But current active broadcasters, you take the cake. And just one last thing, as someone that speaks fluent Draper, when he says, like, hit me up, you're on the links, that is code for, if you're a member of a nice golf club, invite me so I can play at that golf club.
100%. 100%. Okay. I don't do the crappy public ones. No, I'm joking. I'll tell you what, Chris, you're the only one I let get away with coming on the show and throwing slander at me. And so you should feel honored. Let's talk basketball, though, because a lot of Kings fans frustrated right now. Horrible loss last night against Washington, the Wizards, the worst team in the NBA. And I look at the jumble that the Kings find themselves in with the Phoenix Suns, the Dallas Mavericks, battling for that 6th seed, hopefully trying to catch the Pelicans at 5. Where do you see Sacramento in that mix and their chances of making the playoffs and staying away from the play-in?
I mean, the Herter injury is tough, right? Like, that's a hard one to get past. I've been enthused generally about how
Sacramento's defense has played, since the All-Star break. I think they're 11th in efficiency since the break, but, losing a guy like Herder with that kind of injury, I just don't know how in a competitive conference like the Kings are in, how you get past that, or how you can succeed in spite of that, because the margins are so thin here in the conference, where one injury, even if it's not to one of your top 2 or 3 guys, can tip the balance significantly. And in the case of Sacramento, be the difference between a spot in the playoffs or a spot in the play-in. So when I saw that news of the extent of that injury, that just made me a lot more pessimistic about the Kings' chances to stay in that playoff mix and ultimately succeed when they get there.
Chris Manx joining us, SI.com. You're on with Drapes and Jay here, Sactown Sports 1140. I hear you, Chris, with that. And, I'm 100% with you, because I think what Kevin Herter brings, first of all, he's 6'7". People forget that.
Yeah.
He's 6'7". And just even the threat of him as an offensive player, a shooter, means so much. And so when you lose a guy like that, no offense to Keon Ellis, no offense to Chris Duarte and Davion, teams don't have to pay as much attention. They don't have to hug up on those guys as much. And so I think, to your point, the Kevin Herter injury is a lot more significant than people think.
Yeah, look, if you look at the sheer numbers, it's 25 minutes, 10 points. But it's, to your point, so much more than that. When you've got a guy, 38% 3-point shooter who, you have to game plan for, it just creates so much more spacing for Sabonis and Fox and everybody that's trying to do different things on the floor. It's just that's just a really hard injury to get past. I mean, Malik Monk is going to be at the last more of him, and he's been fantastic this year. I think I haven't thought too much about the 6-man vote yet, but he's unquestionably right up there at the top of the ballot. But again, the competitiveness of the conference just makes one injury or one setback magnified that much more. So it's going to take a lot for Sacramento to stay out of that play-in mix. And when they get there, I mean, look, you're probably going to be facing the Warriors, the Lakers. It's not like you're placing the Atlanta Hawks in the play-in of the Eastern Conference. You're facing a tough, established team once you get into that play-in, and nothing is guaranteed there either.
No, you're right. Chris Manx joining us, SI.com. Chris, you might mention Malik Monk. Obviously, the concern here in Sacramento is his impending free agency. He can walk after this year. There's only so much the Kings can offer him. When you look at what he does for Sacramento, how important is he going forward? And what do you think the market is going to be like for him this offseason?
I actually think it's going to be a robust market because, there are a couple of contenders with money to burn this summer. And top of my head, I think of in the Eastern Conference, you've got Philadelphia, which we know is going to have north of $40 million in available cap space. And Orlando is a team that's going to have some financial flexibility this summer. Those two teams that they're going to need an upgrade like Malik Monk would bring to the table. And I think they're going to be threats to make him a big offer to ultimately sign him. So there is going to be a competitive market for Malik Monk this summer, who over the last 2 seasons has established himself as one of the premier 6 men in the NBA. And when you have, teams in the East that are looking to make one more move to get themselves that next level, he's the type of guy I think they'll look at pretty strong.
Yeah, that's what we're worried about right here. The Kings may have to open up the checkbook to keep Malik Monk, and it's only so much they could do, Chris. What's interesting, when I was taking the job here in Sacramento, you're one of the people I talked to, and we talked about just where the Kings were, their standing in the league. Since Mike Brown's come in these last couple of years, from a national standpoint, because we still feel like the Kings aren't getting respect. We could talk about Domas not making the All-Star team, De'Aaron Fox not making the All-Star team. What's the national view of the Sacramento Kings right now?
I mean, I think they got their respect last season, and they've had a comparable year. Like, they're not sitting in that 2-3 range like they were last year, but that's a reflection more of where the conference is than where anything Sacramento has done wrong this year. So I think they're respected as a contender. I mean, people looked at this team and said, are they going to improve that defense year after year? And look, they are a top half or right around the middle of the pack defensive team this year that made strides there. As I mentioned, 11th in the NBA in efficiency since the All-Star break. So I think they get general respect. I think if they were at full strength, they'd be a team that, I don't know if you'd pick them to win depending on the matchup, but they would be right there as a threat to win at least a first-round series. So I think they get a measure of respect that they haven't had in years past based on last season. It's just, are you going to pick them to beat Denver in the first round? Probably not. I mean, are you going to pick them to beat Oklahoma City? Probably not. There's just so many good teams in the Western Conference right now that it's just tough to match up.
Joined by Chris Manx of SI, and of course, the love of the sweet science. So, I have love for him. Chris, kind of piggybacking on that question that Drapes threw at you, I think one of the conundrums that people here in Sacramento have is we don't see national guys like yourself enough. They come out to LA. Of course, we see them down the road, down, I-80 checking out the Warriors. Can you speak to that? And I know, listen, you cover boxing, you cover basketball, you do it all. Sometimes we see you doing other things too. You're getting that check. Congratulations. But with that being said, speak to sometimes as a national reporter not being able to come to Sacramento, because I think a lot of people have problems with that.
Yeah, I can understand that. And there was a lot of that when it came to Denver over the last couple of years, right? Where they weren't getting the attention they deserved as an elite team from the national media writ large. I certainly think the national media, myself included, could do a better job of covering the Kings on a day-to-day basis. Why? I mean, the reason that people write so much about the Lakers is that there is a measurable interest in what the Lakers are doing day after day. I mean, on ESPN, they're not talking about the Lakers because they like it. They're talking about because the numbers that the audience, whether it's YouTube or television ratings, shows that people are interested in it. Same thing with the Warriors, a legacy team that people just have a natural interest in. And I think the Kings, while they're really good, they're not quite there yet where they've registered that kind of day-to-day level of attention. They certainly are worthy of it. I mean, what Fox has done the last couple of years is amazing. What Sabonis has done the last couple of years, really establishing himself as a tentpole player that you can build a championship team around, is amazing. Malik Monk, I think Malik Monk deserves a lot more attention than he's getting. I mean, he's probably going to get the respect in terms of sixth-man voting, but what a turnaround for this guy over the last couple of years, who was effectively sort of shrugged at by the Lakers, a couple of years ago. So I think they've got the stories that should be talked about. It's just, for whatever reason, it doesn't generate the same kind of attention that those, quote unquote legacy teams are getting.
Chris, my final question here, man. When you look at the West, and you touched on it, I believe it's matchup driven in that first round. What are some favorable matchups you think for Sacramento? You mentioned OKC. I actually like the Kings against Oklahoma City. They're inexperienced. They're kind of thin a little bit. What are some of the matchups? If I'm Sacramento, I'm like, all right, I want to avoid Denver. Everybody should want to avoid Denver. But are there any favorable matchups you see?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want Denver. There's no doubt about that. I don't think I'd want the Clippers either in the first round, especially if they're coming in fully healthy. I've watched a lot of Clippers games in LA this year, and when they're fully healthy, they're really, really good. I mean, Kawhi has played at an MVP level this year. So that's probably not one I want in the first round either. The two I'd want is, one, I would take the Oklahoma City matchup because of what you're saying, right? Like, the first time for most of these guys in the playoffs, history suggests that there is a learning curve. Like, we saw it with Sacramento this past year when they played Golden State in the first round. So there's a learning curve there for first year playoff teams, and maybe for the Kings, you can take advantage of that. I mean, on the flip side of it, they're incredibly good at almost everything in Oklahoma City, aside from rebounding. So it will be a tough matchup on paper. I would say the matchup I would want the most, though, is the Minnesota matchup, because right now we have no idea when Karl-Anthony Towns is going to come back. And if he comes back in time for the postseason, I'm skeptical he's going to be the guy he was before he went out. I think there's going to be a ramp-up process for him to getting back to where he once was, to getting reintegrated with that team, and that could be something Sacramento in the first round could take advantage of. So there are some winnable matchups there. That's what, like I was saying, I don't think it's like you look at them in the first round and say they're going to get beat no matter what. But if you can avoid Denver, you can avoid the Clippers, great. If you get Minnesota, I think that's the best. In Oklahoma City, certainly there's a reason to be optimistic you can win a series like that.
Chris Manx, SI.com. Thank you so much for your kind words to start this segment as well. 7 years strong. Your boy is in, continuing to fight. Appreciate you, Chris.
Let me know if anybody lets you on the golf course, because that was as shameless a show as I've heard today.
I've already had 3 or 4 texters and people on the YouTube say, Drapes, let's get it done. So, dude, I'm a man of the people here in Sacramento. In Boston, I was just one of many. Here, I'm a big fish, big dog.
If I had to hear "Man of the People" one more time, I have that drilled in my brain from you from years on the NBC set.
All right, Chris, man. We'll catch up. Thanks, bro.
You got it, guys.
All right, Chris Manx, SI.com, joining the Drive Guys. Sactown Sports 1140. Coming up next, back to the phone lines. We got Will hanging on, Tim hanging on, 916-339-1140. It's Drapes and Jay here on the Drive Guys.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery. What, doctor? Because Xfinity Mobile just got even better. Now you're automatically connected to Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig while you're on the go. Plus, existing Xfinity customers can buy one unlimited line and get one free for a year.
Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. Offer ends 6/21. Restrictions apply. Existing Xfinity Internet service and 2 new unlimited lines required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabytes of usage per line. Data thresholds may vary. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary, not guaranteed.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Right now, Meta Chevy saves you $8,000 off MSRP on new 2024 half-ton Silverado LT Crew Cab 4-wheel drives after rebate. It's a Meta Chevy exclusive.
See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/24.
See all the savings at MetaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
National Ping Club Fitter of the Year, Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is introducing the straightest, most forgiving Ping driver ever with the new Ping G430 Max 10K driver. A fixed back weight, Ping's largest head profile, and a carbon fly wrap crown help G430 Max 10K launch the ball higher with less spin for consistently longer and straighter results. Schedule your fitting and see for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway, or online at HagenOaks.com.
Jiffy Lube has a special promotion going on right now. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change at Jiffy Lube and receive a $25 e-gift card from popular brands for food, gas, and more. It's that easy. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change and receive a $25 e-gift card. So basically, going to Jiffy Lube can get you a free lunch or a pizza for dinner. That's what we call added value for the consumer. That's why Jiffy Lube is #1 in the greater Sacramento area for oil changes. Visit JiffyLube.com for more details and valuable coupons today.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fidium Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my friends at Fire Wings talking about Wings Day Wednesday. That's right, 88-cent wings every Wednesday. 3-flavor lineup includes 7 classic, 7 dry rub, and 7 fusion wing flavors. It's the perfect fast casual eating establishment for the entire family. A great place to watch and enjoy sports with friends. 21 delicious flavors to choose from. Save time. Order online for pickup or delivery. Just go to firewings.com or download the app. Find a location near you. Order online. Earn rewards. Fire Wings. Just wing it.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, post-nasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Back here on Sactown Sports, 1140. Drapes and Jay holding it down on the Drive Guys here. Reacting to Sacramento's loss. Kings lost last night to the Washington freaking Wizards. The Bullets. Bullets, right? The Bullets, right? Remember back in the day, this might be before your time. It might even be before. Bullets fans, Wizards fans used to show up to the game with the brown paper bags on their head. The satchel on their heads. And we lost to those jokers.
Man, that's the grocery sack.
The grocery sack. Oh. Hey, I just got a text about something. I don't know if I should go public with it, but I'm going to go public. What they say, Jay, you're always supposed to do it and then ask for forgiveness afterwards. I'm hearing that the Thursday, April 4th game at New York against the Knicks will be a TNT game.
Ooh.
We've been talking about, trying to get more national attention, trying to get more national love, national games. I'm hearing that the Kings at Knicks game is going to be TNT, nationally televised that day. Sacramento, where you at? So don't quote me on that, Jay.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Inside sources tell you maybe
right.
A high percentage.
And I don't know how I feel about that because that means I get off from the TV. No pre and post, no play-by-play.
Yeah, that's kind of, for you, I could see why.
Right,
for us, it's huge. It's like, oh, we national.
Yeah.
We just had Chris Manx on from SI talking to him, and you asked him a couple of questions about, national opinion and narrative. And for the Kings to continue to get that type of respect and not forget, we just saw the matchup they had with the Knicks. It was elbows.
Heated,
I mean, so I think it's a good move by the NBA to flex their muscles and put that Kings-Knicks game in there.
Yeah, April 4th, Kings at Knicks, TNT. Let's get back to the phone lines, Jay, 916-339-1140. Will, you've been hanging on. You're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening, man?
What's up, man? I'm kind of down in the dumps. I'm glad it's not on April Fool's Day, man. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do out there on the court.
Come on, wait a minute, wait. Hold on. This is my boy Will. I've never heard Will not fired up. Will,
right? He down in the dumps now, right?
Let's do this call over again. We're gonna erase it. Come with it, Will. Come on, baby.
All right, Will, what you got for us?
Jay, look, man, we've been talking about this all season. Look. I used to call in and rat on it. With all due respect, the guy from SSI, man, I could care less what he says, man. You know what I'm saying?
SSI.
All these national guys, I care less. All I care about is Drapes and the wise guys and Whitey and all you guys and Jay. I don't care about them guys, them national guys. They don't like us, man. He put on a good face, but you ever watch ESPN after we blow somebody out? They don't say nothing, man, or TNT. Man, I get tired of that. But anyway, here's my take.
Let's do it, Will.
Here's my take, KD. Here's my take. It's on the players, man. Look, Fox know he wasn't hitting, and Fox got to learn how to make the referees call fouls for him. You know what I'm talking about, KD? Look.
Yep.
Steph Curry, you got guard Brunson, you got guards that if they need to get a bucket, if
Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Yes. You can't just be getting ticky-tack fouls and crying about it. Make them call it. And then with the you guys talking about a vocal leader. My man, De'Aaron has to be a vocal leader, man. He has to talk to his players on the court. I've barely seen him talk. He might point his finger here or there saying something, but he's got to be a vocal leader if guys are not playing. And then we got soft guys, man. We can't just put it on Murray. I mean, I've never seen HB foul somebody hard. Sabonis, every now and then Sabonis. And then Sabonis had 6 turnovers yesterday, man. He just frustrated, and then he, he flails, man. We gotta stop. And then when we got those 2 leads, we caught up and took the lead twice, and then we threw the ball away 2 or 3 times. Trying to throw long passes. They're not smart, man. Let's just be smart. Let's be honest about it. They make dumb plays. Throwing long passes when it's not necessary. They never foul anybody hard. And then Kuzma, he scored about 5 layups, man. He would get by Murray and nobody was. Domas would just look the other way. They got to get smart, man, or else we're going to miss the play-in.
All right, appreciate you, man. Now, he came with the smoke afterwards, Jay. He had to get corrected. Yeah. Like a little adrenaline in his veins, but he came correct after that.
Yeah, Will's normally fired up when I'm on the phone with him. So that wasn't the Will I knew. So I knew we had to reshuffle the deck and let Will, get a what you call it in golf.
Oh, a mulligan.
A mulligan. There you go. I couldn't think of a do-over. I wanted to be fancy with the word a mulligan. I'm not a golf guy.
You're not a golf guy. You don't play that game, right? It's
a
game, right? A hobby. All right, we got much more with Drapes and Jay coming up on Sactown Sports 1140. I told you, Sacramento, this is your day, your chance to vent. We're going to hit up social media as well. Check out the text line 916-339-1140. Hit us up, the Drive Guys, on Sactown Sports 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment. Not just to protect their valuable tools, but to protect their professional reputations. For pros, the WeatherGuard badge makes a statement about what drives them. It says, bring it on. Been there. Done that. We've got your back, without saying a word. And the folks at WeatherGuard, they're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hear that? The sound of your antique fountain pen gliding across linen paper as you journal in the park. And if you were here, you'd be inspired by the warm breeze. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. And the wind in your face on the road is all the inspiration you need. So if you ride, get a quote and see if you could save with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Now that's inspiring. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Ball forward, take your base.
The only thing worse than a pitcher running out of gas on the mound is your old phone running out of storage for your photos in the stands.
Goodbye, home run!
Switch to Verizon and get a great deal on a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage for all the ballpark pics you want. Just trade in your iPhone, any model, in any condition, so you'll feel like you're winning, even when your team's not. Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a great deal on iPhone 15 Pro with Unlimited Ultimate and get iPad and Apple Watch SE with eligible service plan, only on Verizon.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia during their spring event and save big on your favorite models. You can even buy with 0 down on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Ball forward, take your base.
The only thing worse than a pitcher running out of gas on the mound is your old phone running out of storage for your photos in the stands.
Goodbye, home run!
Switch to Verizon and get a great deal on a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage for all the ballpark pics you want. Just trade in your iPhone, any model, in any condition, so you'll feel like you're winning, even when your team's not. Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a great deal on iPhone 15 Pro with unlimited Ultimate and get iPad and Apple Watch SE with eligible service plan. Only on Verizon.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak? Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun. Fun isn't hard. Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it. Between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay here on Sactown Sports 1140. I know Kings fans, we heated right now. We upset. We ready to throw our hands up and be like, whatever. After what happened last night in the nation's capital, the Kings falling 102-109 to the worst team in the NBA. How does that happen, Jay? The worst team. I don't care about back-to-backs. I don't care about getting into the city at 3:30 or 3 o'clock. I don't care about anything. This is the one team. They got Jordan Poole on their squad. These boys ain't serious about basketball. They're not trying to get W's. They got their off-season plans already mapped out.
2 months ago.
2 months ago. They were eliminated from playoff competition January 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously, when the calendar turned, their season turned. But yet we let them, and I got the box score right here, shoot 50% from the field, 40% from three. We let them lock us up. We only shot 43%. And I understand Doc Rivers says it's a make-miss league. I get it. But you're going to tell me the entire team is off? You're going to tell me De'Aaron Fox, 10 of 30. HB, 7 of 11. Domas, who only took 9 shots last night. Domas should have had like 35 and 20 last night. No offense to my guy Rashawn Holmes, but Domas used to abuse that dude in practice.
Man.
Exactly, Jay. That's what I'm talking about.
11 wins.
11 wins. And here's the thing about the Kings. As we look at the playoff positioning, and we'll get your phone calls, 916-339-1140. I see Tim hanging on, coming to you in a minute, Tim. When we look back at this season, and if this squad makes the play-in instead of the playoffs, Jay, we looking at losses against Detroit, Washington, Portland, who else? Charlotte. Right. We're looking at those losses as the reason why. It's not losing games to the Pelicans. It's not losing to the Clippers. In fact, the Kings are one of 4 teams to have lost to both Detroit and Washington this year. You know the other 3?
I do. I saw this.
You saw this?
Yes, I saw this.
I'm going to give you the other 3. Charlotte.
Terrible.
Trash.
Garbage.
Portland.
Trash compactor.
Nets. I don't even know who on the Nets anymore.
Waste management.
Waste management. Exactly. And that's not the kind of company you want to keep.
No.
If you're Sacramento. Charlotte 17 wins, Portland 19, Nets 26.
Bottom feeders.
Yeah,
catfish. They basically at the bottom of the whatever, the river, the ocean, and you don't see them unless they come up for air. You know, did you have an opportunity to see Rashawn Holmes, Papa Holmes, and Mama Holmes?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I saw
man.
that. I saw that.
What? Listen,
that was their Super Bowl yesterday, bro.
I was getting ready to say, love the Holmes family. They came right into the studio. Rashawn came in, brought his whole family, brother, you know, who acts upon his manager, is his manager, his day-to-day guy. They came into the studio, fantastic family, you know, gracious,
much respect,
super respectful, you know, just, I mean, nothing but good things to speak about. And I saw that and I was like, oh, if you haven't had an opportunity to see it, matter of fact, we'll probably play it. Mama Holmes and Papa Holmes, they got on social network, Twitter, and you know they were high-fiving each other. Let's just say that about the win and Rashawn Holmes' play for the Wizards as they beat the Kings. And the son, little Rashawn. Oh.
And that's the thing that's so upsetting, man, because you know they had that one circled. They were like, the way y'all did my son, didn't give him an opportunity once Domas came and Mike came and all this. They had that game circled. And we let them win. Now, on the YouTube chat, Raw Bishop says, definitely not the worst loss. I agree, Raw Bishop. He says, Miami with nobody, Detroit with nobody, or the Bucks or Phoenix games where we booted with missed free throws. With all the games we gave away, we could be the number 1 seed. You tell me, Jay. Because Detroit was pretty bad.
It was bad.
Because that was at home, too.
Sure.
You lost at home.
Cunningham, and I get it.
But last night,
like the worst team in Detroit has a better record than Washington.
Right.
And again, Drapes, we only, and I know we have to know our history to know where we're going. Yeah, that's one of the things. You got to know where you came from to know where you're going. But Detroit was 20 games ago. I'm just, spitballing. I don't remember exactly. We're talking about 13 games left after yesterday. This was a gimme.
Yes.
If there's any gimme in the league, Drapes, and you know this better than I do. You travel with the guys. Yep. You've been around it longer than I have. You have opportunities. You get to read. When you're on the plane, you get to feel the emotion.
Yes.
You can't tell me, and I'm upset using that word today because you didn't take the trip to Orlando with the team.
Yeah.
Because believe me, today or Monday, I was going to ask, what could possibly have been the feeling of that team traveling from Washington to Orlando? And I know you're going to Florida, sunny Orlando. You got a day in between, but you just lost to the worst team in the league. And honestly, as you said, Drapes, without the 2 runs, it was a blowout.
It was a blowout, right? We had a 3 to 5 minute stretch in each half where we look good. Outside of that, and here's the thing, Jay, because I thought about exactly what you're talking about. What's the vibe, the emotion? I know the team had a team dinner last night after the game, at one of the nice fancy restaurants. I don't know who went or anything, but I was thinking earlier, after that loss,
cancel that, man. Look, Drapes, let me say it. I know you can't do it because you are part of the NBA. You walk around with a National Basketball Association throughout the whole entire league credential, right? I walk around with a Sacramento Kings credential. Cancel that dinner, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody should be getting anything unless it's paid for out of your own pocket.
You said crackers and water or something like that. Dessert. But that's what I'm saying. As a player, as a broadcaster, I don't know if I would have even wanted to go to that dinner last night after that loss. Because, when you go to dinners, it's a lot of laughing, joking.
Right.
That's one of those where, take your butt back to the room, cry, have some milk, watch some TV, and stew on that loss. Team dinner with steak and lobster and all that. Forget that. Not after that loss. And so I get it. I'm 100% with you, Jay. 916-339-1140. Let's get to Tim, Jay. He's been hanging on for a minute. Tim, I know you fired up, man. What do you got? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
I can't believe that you finally got to me.
Yeah, sorry about that, baby. I've been going down the line. What you got?
Oh, yeah. Well, what I got is, listen, I've been a fan since they came. And you said you got to know your history. I feel the history. I've felt the pain of this team. And the facts are, you cannot question it. They are the Sacramento Kings, and this is what they do. And they always have, and I don't know if they're going to always do it, because history, will change. But this is what they do. There's a certain level of pain that you get when you become a Sacramento Kings fan. That's all there is to it. You can question as much as you want and try and blame anybody, but this is what they do. And you know what? I love it. I love being a Sacramento Kings fan. I love the suffering. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm afraid what's going to happen when they do go national and we do start getting a lot of attention. And we start getting some real goofball players in here. I love every player on our team. I love you too, Drake.
Nah, but Tim, you can't love the heartbreak, big fella. You can't. Don't say, "Oh, this is Sacramento. We're the Kings. This is just how it is." You can't be okay with the heartbreak.
No, I am okay because I've been a Sacramento King from the very beginning. It is part of the deal. I mean, yeah, when I first became a fan, I would have said, yeah, it's unacceptable. But over the years, they have trained me. I'm not going to go crazy and lose my health over getting so upset over such a terrible loss. It's just part of the deal.
Tim, listen up, Tim. I appreciate you. I love your passion. I love your energy. I get it. But, dude, we're trying to win a championship here. Now, if you want to have that loser's mentality, go for it. But I'm not going to say to the people listening right now and the people watching on YouTube, okay, it's okay if we lose. We expect it. We're the Sacramento Kings. That's what's supposed to happen, Tim. That's not how it's supposed to go, Jay. Is that what we're doing out here right now? Accepting losing?
Not me.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think we have to change our mindset. And I think that's what we, Kings fans have been having conversations and talking about and calling into the station. And you see it socially all the time is, and even we use the word expectations, but I think we need to change our mindset in the fact of I'm not okay with losing to the Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
I'm not okay losing to the Charlotte Hornets without LaMelo and Terry Rozier and all. I'm not okay going to Detroit to the Little Caesars and not being able to munch on the pepperoni. I'm not okay losing to Portland.
Right.
I'm not okay, watching this team struggle against Memphis, go to overtime against Memphis
with nobody.
Pretty much almost lose to Toronto.
Yeah.
How many times and I've said this, how many times has Malik Monk saved the Kings? What heroic play in the fourth quarter, right, Drapes? You've called him.
Yeah, we saw it against Memphis.
Come on.
Nah, you're right.
Minnesota a week and a half or two ago, whenever it was, scoring 18 points in the fourth quarter, 37 for the game and all but 8 points came in the third and fourth quarter, saving these guys. I'm not accepting, and I'm different, but I'm asking Sacramento Kings fans to no longer, I never accepted losing ways, but I understand what Tim is saying is this is something the Kings have been through, heartbreak. You said it plenty of times, too many times. Sooner or later, to change the narrative, we have to stop the cycle. We're not doing that no more.
You're 100% right, Jay. And here's the thing. And I want the fans out there, the listeners, to weigh in 916-339-1140. Are you Sacramento Kings fans okay with mediocrity? Have you accepted losses to Washington, to Portland, to Charlotte, Detroit? I'm going to tell you why I haven't accepted it. Plus, we'll get to your call, Sactown Sports 1140.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports. Discover your dream home at Subcontractors United, your source for all home improvement needs. A talented team of home services experts is ready to make your projects a breeze. No more endless internet searches. Find your contractors in one place. Enjoy stress-free service absolutely free, with no hidden costs and no account to set up. Transform your living space into something extraordinary. Visit Subcontractors United today and experience the joy of hassle-free home improvement. Dream big at subcontractorsunited.com.
Hey guys, do you know your T-level? Revive Men's Health here in Sacramento is helping you take that first step toward better health and enhanced intimacy with a free testosterone level test, exam, and consultation. Plus, for this month only, qualified patients can kickstart their treatment with a free supply of ED medication. Revive's customized ED treatments can provide immediate results, restore blood flow naturally, and even bring spontaneity back into your love life. With both in-person and telemedicine appointments available, plus free shipping directly to you, Revive takes the hassle out of treating low T and ED. Having an optimal testosterone level can change your whole life, and it starts with knowing your T level. Take that first step and book your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation, and kickstart your treatment with a free supply of ED medication this month only. Call Revive Men's Health Sacramento at 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566, or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay here at the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140. Our guy Kevin Gleason, Whitey, out sick today. I know he's listening, so get better, Whitey. Hopefully we'll see you on Monday when the Kings take on the Philadelphia 76ers back at the crib at the G1C. We just had caller Tim on the line, and Jay, he really upset me, man. He pissed me off. He's accepting the fate of the Kings. It's like, this is what we do. We lose to the Washingtons of the world, and we should be okay with that.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, Drapes, and I know you're not doing that. And hopefully, Sacramento King, the King's Kingdom, as I like to call them, we're not doing that.
Right, exactly. Because, and I'll tell a quick story here. My first year here in Sacramento, we're playing the Pelicans at the time. Zion, Ingram, CJ, they got the names. They got the stars. Our guy, De'Aaron Fox, goes for 43 in that game. Katie Christensen, my broadcast partner, who I love dearly, we were on the pre and post. So we go on the post game, and she says, well, we can't expect De'Aaron to do that every single night. And I say, the hell we can. If he wanted to be in the same category as Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, if he wants to be that dude, we need him to be that dude. We can't have role player De'Aaron Fox. And we saw what happened since then. Foxy, one of the best guards in the league, all NBA performer last season. And so I tell you that story because if we accept and expect mediocrity, that's what we'll get. We have to hold this team to higher expectations. I didn't walk in talking about championships. Jay didn't walk in talking about championships. You know who came in first day on the job talking about championships? Mike Brown. Mike Brown walked in the building. He wasn't talking about ending no streak. He wasn't talking about ending the drought. He was talking about building the championship contender. So no, Tim, I won't accept mediocrity. You can, but as a Sacramento Kings fan, we should not. And I know you guys are out there on the phone line right now, 916-339-1140. Let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on with Drapes and Jay. Don't tell me you're accepting mediocrity from the Sacramento Kings.
Hell no. I mean, it's frustrating. I've been a longtime fan since, beginning of time. And what I expect is what you just said. Everybody on the team, every minute they play, it's the heart of a lion. You out there to win, period, end discussion, 100%. No role players, let's win. And last night is a big disappointment. And there's some nights when I'm watching the game, it's like, how is that acceptable? How can you throw a bad pass and smile? I mean, come on. This is not the way the Kings, the one time we did have a great run, it's not how they used to run out there. They played to kill every night. And then those old Laker games, there wasn't anybody okay with a loss. Who are we kidding here? So, I mean, that's all I got to say is I get so disappointed that not everybody on that team isn't ready to kill for a win. What do you think?
No, I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you so much. And, you're right to an extent. I do know the guys care. We saw it from Malik Monk, Jay, at the end of the game.
Absolutely.
He was heated.
Yeah, he was.
He stormed off. And I'm okay with that. A lot of people saying, text me, what do you think about Malik? Well, at least it shows me he cares.
Yeah.
At least it shows me he's not okay with the status quo, what's going on. And I'd you know this, Jay, from being a coach and a player. I'd rather have a guy too emotional and too geeked up and pull him back than trying to motivate somebody and get him to play. And so that's why I love Malik, because he wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
You know how he is. He comes with that heat. He comes with that fire night in and night out. And so as a Kings fan, I like that. We want to see that from our players. We're not accepting losses to Washington. No offense. Washington might be one of the worst run franchises in the league right now. And I know they got my boy Chris Miller doing play-by-play. Shout out to him. The great Drew Gooden as well on the color commentary. But right now, this Wizards team, they're awful. 11 wins coming in, Jay, and we let them off the hook. I mentioned it the first segment, the first hour. They are Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out or whatever the game was called. All you got to do is hit them once. And they fall down.
Flailing out.
They flail. You don't even need a combo or anything. Just one right hook, and they are done.
I agree.
We didn't deliver it at all. We didn't deliver it.
From the 916 Drapes, I'm not okay with losing. But Kyle, what are we supposed to do? I'm not going to stop trying. I'm not going to stop buying tickets. How do you hold them to higher expectations?
That's a fabulous question. And I don't know how to answer that. I will say this. Fans can only do I want fans to be respectful at all times. We had this conversation about the boos a couple of weeks ago. To me, fans can either cheer or boo. Now, if this was at home last night and they lost to Washington, are we supposed to just sit on our hands and be quiet?
No way.
Because here's the problem, Jay. If it would have been the first time or the second time, okay, it happens. This is a pattern with this team. And when you look at it, this might be the difference between a 6 seed and a play-in. And as a fan, I don't know. That's hard to swallow. We're going to cheer for our guys no matter what. If we do make the play-in, we're going to be there and ride or die for them. But, man, you got so many opportunities. It's right there for you. The Pelicans trying to give it away right now.
Yeah.
Ingram's hurt for a couple of weeks. They just lost last night to Orlando. You went from 6th to 8th. Overnight because you lost to the Wizards.
Yeah, it's almost, and you win some, you lose some. I understand that. But there are opportunities to gain a lot of ground and gain some steam and gain some momentum. And I think one thing with this team is I haven't seen it. Like there haven't been, they ran off 10 straight, or they, it's never, they won 10, they lost 10, and that's okay. But Whitey always says it's a roller coaster, and it's frustrating in this, Kyle. And this is as simple as I can keep it, to be honest. There's just certain times during the season where, as much as you say, okay, any given day, you just can't lose.
Right.
You can't lose. There are times during the season you just can't accept a loss, and I think that's part of it for me. Is we see Malik, he's not accepting it.
Right. Yep.
I think Domas is another player on our team. He doesn't really like to accept losses, but no one's going 82-0. We understand that.
Yep.
But there is a certain point in time where you just cannot accept a loss to the Pelicans. There are certain times you can't accept a loss to the Wizards.
Yes.
And depending on the time of the season is when that is.
Right.
And that's why I say for me, and I know, what have you done for me lately? I didn't feel this way after Charlotte. As much as I'm like, that was a terrible loss. Like, that was terrible. Like, this one, no.
If this was November, all right.
You got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. It's messed up.
Exactly.
But you know what? But like you said, 13 games left to go in the season. Playoff positioning on the line. And this is why I started off the show apologizing to Kings fans, because I really thought this team had turned a corner. But last night was the same issues that we've seen all season long. And so I apologize, because I thought the boys were ready. I thought they were hungry. I thought they were going to get this W yesterday. They understand the shortcomings that they've had against the worst teams in the NBA. They've had talks and meetings about treating the opponent with respect and coming out, and it's just not manifesting itself. Hey, 916-339-1140. Jay, let's sneak one more in. Let's go to Steven on line 3. Steven, what's up, man? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Man, what's good, man? What's good? two things. Since you brought up booing, I feel like if there's a point where we should boo, I feel like booing the team is us holding our team accountable. As fans, I think we have that right, and we should have that right to let the team know how we feel about the product that's on the floor. Now, that's just one point. My second point is now with Mike Brown, with him searching, I'm trying to figure out what is he searching for. Now, I've kind of come up with an idea, and I kind of wanted your guys' opinion on it.
Okay.
Him searching, is he searching for someone that's going to follow through with the game plan that was already preset? Or is he searching to just find something? You know what I mean? Or, does the game plan fall apart and that's when he needs to be like, oh crap, let me try and make up for this because the game plan that I had set before the game is falling apart. So it's kind of a two-part question in that last bit. So I appreciate if you could break it down, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, Steven, thanks so much. I think what he's looking for is for guys, it depends on what we're talking, defensive or offensively. Offensively, I never think it's a game plan situation. I always think it's whether you make or miss shots. Who's hot tonight, who has it going. I don't think Mike focuses a whole lot on making changes offensively. But defensively, the game plan is the game plan. And if guys aren't following it, he can live with guys missing shots as long as they're making plays, and following the game plan defensively. But when Kyle Kuzma gets 4 or 5 straight line drives yesterday, that's what he's searching for. And also, he's not only searching for a game plan, but energy. Second night of a back-to-back. Let me go to Kessler Edwards in the second quarter. Kessler Edwards changed that game. Helped the Kings go on that, 18-0 run, I think it was, 21-2 or something like that. Kessler, so that's what Mike's searching for. And Mike is, from what I gather, is a tremendous feel guy. A guy will be sitting on the bench, won't play in 3 or 4 games. Mike will say, you know what? I think tonight this guy will have it. And he's been right way more times that he's been wrong. I've praised him on here. Mike Brown coaching his butt off, going with certain guys. And so, Steven, that's what I think he's looking for. Whether a guy who can follow the game plan, inject new life. I always tell the story of what Tommy Heinsohn used to say about bench players and 6 men. 6 men are able to, their job is to come in and either A, continue what the starters have done, or B, change things up. And so Kessler Edwards, Malik Monk, those guys, last night, they were put in to switch it up because the starters didn't have it. Jay, we got much more Drive Guys coming up here on Sactown Sports 1140. I see the phone lines are hopping, 916-339-1140, continuing to discuss the Sacramento Kings and that bad loss last night against the Wizards.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We're looking at sun and clouds and with rain developing later this afternoon. Expecting rain steadiest at times from 9 p.m. until midnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Imagine taking a nice warm bath in your shower. Let's fix that. Right now, get that clogged drain unclogged for just $67. Plumbing, sewer, electric, heating, and air. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Welcome to the March Mania sales event at Kia of Vacaville. Get ready for an extraordinary showcase of our 2024 vehicle lineup. Experience the latest in cutting-edge technology, innovative features, and the sleek Kia design that defines excellence. During March Mania, we're excited to offer unbeatable lease options on our top models. Step into the future with the all-new Kia Sportage, where captivating design meets exhilarating performance. Explore the remarkable fuel efficiency of the Kia Niro, a hybrid marvel that extends your journey with every mile. Discover the luxury and versatility of the Kia Telluride, seamlessly blending sophistication with practicality. Don't miss our eco-friendly Kia hybrid options, perfect for those who prioritize efficiency without compromising on style. And with the EV9 in stock, Kia of Vacaville is your destination for electric excitement. Visit us today during March Mania and take advantage of exclusive lease deals and special offers. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit the Kia of Vacaville for more details.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event is on.
Get out there this season in a powerful new Toyota truck. Tear it up on or off the road and explore every terrain with Toyota's industry-leading reliability. Right now, get low 1.99% APR financing on the powerful 2024 Tundra and Tundra Hybrid. Or check out the all-new redesigned 2024 Tacoma. Hurry in, Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Excludes TRD Pro, ends 4/1/24.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton & Price in your corner. When you call Ashton & Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real-life person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Sacramento, get ready to mark your calendars because here is your live events calendar. It's time to amp up your entertainment game. First, catch the comedic brilliance of Hassan Minhaj at the Safe Credit Union Performing Arts Center, March 29th. It'll be an evening filled with laughter that you don't want to miss. But hold on, it gets even better. On March 30th, Thunder Valley presents an unforgettable night with the Jacksons and Sister Sledge. Dance the night away to their legendary hits. And that's not all. You don't want to miss NF's electrifying performance at the Golden One Center, presented by Live Nation on June 8th. You'll be blown away by his raw talent and magnetic stage presence. And speaking of legendary performances, mark your calendars for June 11th, because Live Nation is bringing Janet Jackson to the Golden One Center. A night packed with iconic hits and mesmerizing choreography that will leave you speechless. And then, June 15th, Ronnie Chang brings his hilarious show to the Safe Credit Union Performing Arts Center. It's an evening of hilarious comedy and unforgettable moments. Visit livenation.com or Ticketmaster to grab your tickets. And that's your live events calendar. We're your ultimate destination for the hottest live events in town.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery. What, doctor? Because Xfinity Mobile just got even better. Now.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, Sactown Sports, 1140. It's The Drive Guys, take you up to 6 o'clock. 916-339-1140. Checking out the text line. If you were Mike Brown, what would your message be in the locker room after that loss? That's from the 209 right there. And, you know, it's interesting because when you have a loss like that, you could take one of two tacks, one of two ways. You could yell and scream and throw the clipboard. You could deliver impassioned look into each player's eyes and walk out disappointed. I think ultimately, when you have a loss like that, at this point in the season, it's not on the coach. It's not on the coach to come in fired up. It's not in the coach to rip things up and be angry. The players got to look in their mirror, because if this was the first
loss, Carmichael there with a fire.
Hey, Jay, I'm a digress right here. Carmichael Dave is our guy, but I listened to that guy enough with all his commercials and spots and everything like that. That's a sore spot for me, big fella.
Our system is spazzing out, so I'm trying to make it work.
All right, that upsets me. But no, I'm saying the players got to look at the mirror themselves. If this was the first loss, second loss like this, all right. But as a coach, what more can you say 68 games into the season? This ain't a new thing. And at some point, if I'm a parent, for instance, and I keep telling my son over and over and over, and he doesn't listen, you get emotional. You look him in the eyes, and you make sure he feels the disappointment. You make sure he feels how upset you are. And then you walk out like a mic drop moment. And you let the players sit in and stew about it. Ideally, you'd have a player take charge and speak up and be like, man, bunk this. We can't be having losses like this. So that's what I would do if I'm Mike Brown. 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. Should we get TC? Is it time for Check It? Check It with TC. Let's get him on. TC, what's up, baby? Mike check. 1, 2, 3. You're on with Drapes and Jay. What you got for me, TC?
Man, check it out. Drapes, Jay, man. What's going on, man?
Check it, baby. What you got for me?
Listen, that was a frustrating loss, man, but you got to dig it, man. Listen, it's the timely threes of the team, and it's really the timely threes of Fox. Fox, I love you, bro, but it's on the players, Drapes. I'm with you. You have to start knowing as a team, when the shots aren't falling, mix it up. I don't care about 53. All that goes out the window, bro, when you're not hitting. You have to know, listen, this is time to dominate. Domas, we need you to get in the post. No, you guys aren't shooting jump shots. Give it to me. I'm going to dominate the paint until they stop me. Fox is going to pick and roll until they stop me, bro. That's what you need. That's all I got from Mike. Mike, with the rotations and all, this ain't got nothing to do with rotations, bro. This is on the players getting up for the game. That's why Monk was so mad last night, bro. I don't blame him. He wasn't mad at Mike. Everybody want to make it. Him and Mike got into it. No, you know what Malik was mad about, bro? He was mad at his brother. He was mad at Fox, and he was mad at that team. He was mad how Fox took 2 bad threes when we were down 4 points with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, bro. That's the part that had me mad. I don't care about us coming back in 15. The whole game had me mad, bro. But those 2 incidents, bro, when you jack that corner 3 and you jack the one from the top of the arc, bro, with 3 minutes and 50 seconds, they scored on both possessions when we missed, bro. The timely 3, Fox, I love you, bro. But you got to pick and choose when it's time to shoot, especially when you're not on. I don't care about the team straight points. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to turn it on like that.
Hey, go ahead. Keep rocking, bro. You got more? Keep rocking.
Drake's go. No, Drake's go.
I'm with you, TC, and I like your passion. Check it with TC here on the Drive, guys. And TC's right, man. We felt it from Malik Monk. Malik wasn't upset at Mike. Malik was upset at the situation. Malik was upset that they lost to those jokers. This is the Washington freaking Wizards. And Bullets. I'm okay. The Bullets. I'm
calling them the Bullets.
And we're going to get into it at the top of the hour, Jay, because some people are like, well, Malik shouldn't have walked off the court like that. He shouldn't have left. I don't care. Malik was showing some passion. We need more of that, because how I view things, Jay, is especially on the road, when you walk into an opponent's arena, I dare them to say something.
Yeah.
I'm coming in to take your lunch money. I'm coming in to disappoint your fans. And too many times we've seen the Kings, especially against the dregs of the NBA, they're the ones getting punked.
Yeah.
Like that
doesn't sit right with you.
Doesn't sit right. Not at all, because we're a better team than that.
Yeah.
And that's what Malik was showing last night.
Yeah. And like you said, we'll get in it at the top of the hour. I'm with you, man. I'm more, and we probably more similar than other people, and that's okay. I would rather you show me you care than me have to guess if you care.
Right. Yes.
And I can respect a player and an athlete, a person, you know, where they're up front. I really care about losing. I really care about winning. And, you know, all I want to do is be the best that I possibly can be, Drapes. And I'm not accepting the losses to Washington and Detroit and to Charlotte.
Right.
And if nothing else, because we're paying our hard-earned money, well, you don't, but our hard-earned money to go to these games, I'd rather you show me and tell me that than me. Man, I wonder if that affected them guys last night.
Yeah.
I wonder, like you said, there was a whole dinner last night. I want to know, did anybody even eat?
Right.
I want to know that. That's how much I'm rocking with the team.
Yeah.
And so I want that reciprocated towards me, Drake.
Yeah, 100%. 916-339-1140. Getting back to the phones. Let's go to Trey, actually, on line 4. Trey, you're on with Drapes and Jay. Trey,
hey man, what's up?
What's up, baby?
Jay, Drapes, what's happening?
Good. What you got for us?
Hey, first off, that dude, Tim, block his number, bro. You don't need people like that. People like that calling. Y'all just accept them. You know, I've been a fan for 30 years too, but I still got passion for my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want them to win. You have the expectation to win, right? Big J, I love what you said. I can't accept losing. I love that soliloquy. Like, that should be played over and over again. And what's sad is this ain't the first time I heard fans call in and say stuff like this. Like, well, it's just, the Kings and stuff. Like, man, come on, bro. Like, we got players, you know what I'm saying, that can play top-level basketball. They have some issues with IQ right now, and defensive assignments seem to be lacking a little bit, but they're trying to move towards something bigger.
Yes.
Now, quick, just to get on the point of the game last night, if you look at what happened, they got dominated with points in the paint. How in the hell you let the Wizards dominate you in the paint? Kessler Edwards was somebody that I talk to my boys all the time. Before the season started, I said, man, this dude is a workhorse. This dude got the body for it. I think he should be on the court a lot more to help with defensive assignments and covering some of those guys that are hard to cover. Now, you think Keegan would be able to do that? Keegan struggled last night. Okay, that's fine. Mike Brown needs to get in the bag a little bit earlier and start trusting Kessler Edwards a little bit more. That's what I got. Black and purple, man. Let's go.
Appreciate it, George. I'm with you, man. Kessler brought something last night. And, you talk about the Wizards' points in the paint. I will say that's what they do, but that should have been at the top of the scouting report then, right, Jay?
Yeah.
They're number 3 in the league in points in the paint, the Wizards are. So that's what we saw last night. That's who they are. That's their game plan. And last night we gave up, 60 points in the paint? 60-34. You ain't going to beat anybody giving up 60-34.
No, I think Trey is barking up the right tree. And I know, after losses, we're always looking for the next piece or the next adjustment for the next game. Or, we're in hindsight, we're looking back to, man, coach should have did this or coach could have did that. But the Kessler Edwards move is very interesting. And I know you haven't called for it, but you've also said, there might be a place for a 7-foot wingspan type of guy, to play a quick 10 to 12 minutes. And we got to see him play last year. He started some games. He did okay. In an extended period of a window, I wouldn't mind seeing Kessler Edwards get some time. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we're at the point in this season where we're going to see that anymore.
Yeah,
but it's interesting.
It's hard to experiment or, throw guys in this late in the
don't
season.
do it.
Yeah. All right. George is online too. One more quick one. George, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, quickly, guys. I just want to say that I love your show. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is the reason that we were high-fiving after we won against Grizzlies, which it could have been really a bad game because we almost lost it. And then with the Raptors playing against a bunch of bench and G leaguers. But then 2 games before, Brunson gave us the business and no one was able to stop us. But I have a really important question that I would like to ask, in which I believe that the coaches, it's his fault. Duarte had 8 shots, and he shot 1 out of 8. Sabonis, our star, right? He shot 9 times. Only 9 times, you guys.
Is that the coach, though, George?
6 of 9.
Or is that the coach? Or is it on Domas? Because he gets the ball. He touches the ball every time down the court. Every play we run is run through Domantas Sabonis. So is that the coach or Sabonis' fault?
Okay. Don't you think when it comes to the break and halftime and all of that stuff, don't you think one of the 50 coaches that we have will be on his ear? Dude, attack the basket. You're a star. You cannot be only shooting 9 shots and Duarte shooting 8. That's ridiculous. I'll drop it on the coaches.
All right, George, appreciate the call. One final note on that. Sabonis, 9 shot attempts, Jay. Rashawn Holmes, 9 shot attempts.
Man.
You let Rashawn Holmes, who's our guy.
Yeah.
You're Domantas Sabonis,
He
man.
equaled you.
Yeah, he equaled you. You're an all-NBA guy. I hear you, George. Domas has to be a little bit more aggressive. All right, we got something special coming up. Twitter was on fire after this loss, Jay. People were in there
Man,
feeling
Instagram too, bro.
Instagram. We're going to get the best or the worst, however you want to look at it. Jay has that for us next here on The Drive, guys. Sactown Sports 1140.
It's time to trade in and trade up at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com. It's all a click away.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own loan report.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willie Home Furnishings.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect clouds and rain overnight tonight. Periods of rain will last on into Saturday morning with afternoon thunderstorms that will be popping up. Your Saturday will warm only into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Elevate your golf game at Timber Creek Golf Course in Roseville. Just named to the prestigious Golfer's Choice 2024 Top 25 Public Golf Courses in all of California by Golf Pass. Timber Creek offers an unparalleled experience. Our revamped practice facility features a grass driving range, expanded putting greens, and a chipping area complete with sand traps. Whether you're a pro or just starting your golf journey, Timber Creek is the place to be. Visit us and discover why we're the talk of Sacramento and beyond. Unwind and tee off at Timber Creek Golf Course.
RC Willie has everything for your home, including furniture, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and flooring. Save now during their coupon event with over $5,000 in coupon savings. RC Willie, located in Rockland and Delta Shores. RC Willie, your home, your way.
Nighttime is the right time to track your golf ball's flight time at the Hagen Oaks Top Tracer driving range. It's more relaxed at night with people enjoying the Top Tracer technology where you can play Pebble Beach at Hagen Oaks. You can compete against your friends in a variety of games or just practice with the Top Tracer television technology. There's food when you're hungry from the Hangout food truck or enjoy a craft beer on the brand new patio with relaxed seating. And don't forget the summer-long free concert schedule. It's the Hagen Oaks driving range nightly until midnight, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery. What, doctor? Because Xfinity Mobile just got even better. Now you're automatically connected to Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig while you're on the go. Plus, existing Xfinity customers can buy one unlimited line and get one free for a year.
Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. Offer ends 6/21. Restrictions apply. Existing Xfinity Internet service and 2 new unlimited lines required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabytes of usage per line. Data thresholds may vary. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary, not guaranteed.
It's Carmichael Day with a Fire Wings announcement. The Floor and Road location now serves pizza, and oh my goodness, it's so good. Don't forget the Wings Day Wednesday lineup, 88-cent wings every Wednesday. You got 21 delicious flavors to choose from and the perfect fast casual eating establishment for the entire family. Save time and order online. Go to firewings.com or download the app, find a location near you, order online, and earn rewards. Fire Wings. Just wing it.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-473-3993. And you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-473-3993. Call now, and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-473-3993 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-473-3993.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fitty and Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
Get in on the action at Sky River Casino in Elk Grove. With over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room, you'll enjoy a casino experience on a whole new level. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, everyone. It's Emran Pilati, the host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140, Saturdays at 10 a.m. I'm excited about our second location at the Roseville Galleria as True Sports Cards continues our expansion. And to celebrate this day, we're excited to announce that Kevin Herter from the Sacramento Kings will be signing autographs on March 30th at 3 p.m. You can get your tickets for this event right now by going to TrueSportsCards.com, searching Kevin Herter in the search bar, and buying your ticket. Limited tickets are available, so please go to the website, TrueSportsCards.com, and get your Kevin Herter tickets right now.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay on Sactown Sports, 1140. Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason, Whitey at home sick.
It was the game.
It was the game, right? You think so?
Yeah, it turned him up. He got a stomach upset.
He went to urgent care, got checked out, and they're like, yep. Yeah. It was what you saw last night. The Kings falling to the Wizards, 109-102 in D.C. And, Jay, usually I try to stay off social media during the games because people be out of pocket.
Yeah.
But I had a glimpse. I had to look yesterday. And sure enough, people was talking some crazy stuff on social media. What do you got for me?
Yeah, they were. And I know 9 times out of 10, you're calling the game or working. And so, like you said, you're really not on social network. But myself, I'm deep diving. I'm scuba diving. Yeah, during the game, I'm scuba diving on the social network to see. And so I think, yesterday was very telling. And we had Tim, and I don't mean to keep picking on Tim, but Tim has accepted the fact that the Kings are up and down and they're heartbreakers. But yesterday, Drapes, there was a ton of activity via social network, Instagram and Twitter. And so I felt today, I wanted to bounce some of these tweets off, some of these posts off you and Whitey. And so I'm going to continue to do that the next 2 or 3 hours. So let's just kick a few of them towards your way. And you tell me, you react the way Kyle Draper reacts, man. How about this from at Coach Amir 23? Mike Brown isn't a good coach. And until the front office realizes it, this team will be nothing but a play-in and exit team.
Who was that again?
Coach Amir 23 at Coach Amir 23 on Twitter.
See, let me just say this. Coach Amir 23, 24, whatever it is. Anytime you got to put coach in your name, you ain't no real coach. Because if he was a real, all you had to do is put Mike Brown. We know who Mike Brown is. You know what I mean? Phil Jackson, at Phil Jackson. It ain't no coach Phil Jackson. Let me say this about Mike Brown in that tweet. Are we talking about the first ever unanimous coach of the year? Are we talking about a 2-time coach of the year? Are we talking about a guy that came in and with the help of Domas, obviously, turned that team into a 48-win team last year, a team that was third place last year, a team that came 50-point Steph Curry game away from advancing to the second round? Are we talking about a team that's, 11 games above 500 right now? Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, what is Coach Amir 23-24 talking about? Like, how quickly we forget some of the coaches we've had come through here, Jay.
Man, come on
How
now.
quickly we forget. And here we are in year 2, and the Mike Brown slander has begun? Like, is that what we do here in Sacramento?
I would like to say no. I would like to say that, but we have people like Coach Amir 23 on Twitter and Tim calling in, and they're accepting the mid. They're accepting average. They're understanding to the losses that the Kings have had this season and, in history and being okay with some of the coaches that we've had and just, oh yeah, that's the Kings. That's who they are. That's what they do. I would like to say no though, Drapes.
I agree with you. You got something else, man?
Yeah, I got something.
That guy, he got my blood pressure up.
I got you. How about this one? Let's stay with the mid. At Shadrack40 on Twitter. Mid have to win playoff games, quotation marks, a series to salvage the season.
Ooh.
How about that one?
To salvage the season. You got to win a series to salvage the season. I agree, Jay.
Wow.
I agree. But let me say this. I think it depends on the matchup.
Okay.
If you open up, let's just say for whatever, and you play Denver and you lose to the Nuggets, but you force 7 games, that's a solid season.
Okay.
But if you get swept, and so I guess I'll disagree. I think it depends on the matchup and how you go out. Do you go out fighting like lions? Or are you paper tigers? You know what I mean? Like, are you rolling over like little puppy dogs? I think it depends on how the season finishes out. What else you got?
All right. How about this one? At CJ_20H9. This isn't a shock. That's on Twitter. This isn't a shock. Get used to it. This team is horrible, Drapes. They only show up when it's against teams that matter.
Is that it? Is that the let me ask you, Jay, because you've been around longer than I have. You've been, and this is why I try to stay off social media during games and after games.
This is why I'm on social media.
Do you hear this, Hyper? Like, this team is horrible.
They're horrible.
2 years ago, we would have been rolling out the red carpet, having a parade down Capitol Ave for this kind of season. Like,
and this isn't a shock. This isn't a shock.
This isn't a shock. What are you talking about? And this is part of the problem I'm having with Kings fans and the overreactions right now. Sure, it was a bad loss. I'm frustrated. But let's not have this loss mean it's a bad season. Like, I've heard people say, I hate this team.
Yeah.
I hate watching this team. Dude, this team got 40 wins. Do you know how often Sacramento has had 40 wins as a franchise? And I need to pull it up right here. But this is something to be proud of. When it's all said and done, this team will have 46 wins. Now, you could be disappointed because it could have been better. It's like having a child, Jay. Let's say my son's a C student, has been a C student his entire career. But all of a sudden, he gets a B. Could have been an A, but he got a B. I'm okay. Like, you're trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
You're building a foundation.
Effort.
Your effort. You're making progress. And I just don't get, and I know we're a couple of games off of last year's pace. I just don't get the negativity surrounding the team. Now, if you want to be upset after a loss, I get it. But to indict the whole team, the whole season, the whole organization, the coaching staff off of one loss?
It happens.
And you got 40 wins? Now, if you were the Celtics or the Miami Heat even, they're not doing this in Miami. Miami ain't saying they hate their team. Miami just like us right now, scrapping to get in. Are we the only fan base that hate? The Warriors aren't saying they hate their team, are they?
No.
Are Warriors fans saying they hate the team?
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Like, so what are we doing, Sacramento? This is frustrating. This upsets me, Jay, because I'm okay. I get it being upset with a loss.
I get it.
But some of the tweets you're reading, bro,
yeah,
it's like, dude, wow, you're taking it way too far. It's just one game. They come out and win tomorrow against Orlando. Are you going to have that same smoke and say we're going to the NBA Finals? It's like people are on polar opposite ends of the spectrum. Let's get a little, dose of reality.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to do this the next hour.
All right, let's do it
next 5 o'clock hour as well.
Exactly.
There's some powerful social social posts, man, that, Sacramento Kings fans, it's interesting, Drapes. You talked about it's very polarizing on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right.
At the time.
Exactly.
It is.
And coming up next, Jay, I want to get into this Malik Monk situation because people are upset that Malik left the court early, stormed off, whatever. I got a take on that. I know you do as well. Hit us up, 916-339-1140. It's Drive Guys here on Sactown Sports, 1140.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sactown Sports.
Honeylicious taste, so a cold won't slow you down.
The weather's warming up, spring is here, and so is road trip season. And if you're saying, yeah, sure, I would love to load everything up in my car and hit the road and go on a long road trip, but I don't trust my car. It's not dependable. Well, then go see my friends at Elk Grove Kia. They'll get you into something dependable and super affordable, like a brand new 2024 Kia Forte LXS for $19,988. Yep, at a time when the average new car price is over $48,000, Elk Grove Kia can get you into a brand new car for less than half of that. This car's loaded with automatic transmission, an 8-inch touchscreen with rear camera. It's got advanced driver assistance system, so it's got tech and safety. And again, this brand new 2024 Kia Forte LXS can be yours for only $19,988. Only at the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer, Elk Grove Kia, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, and online at elkgrovekia.com. Elk Grove Kia sale price, $20,738. Kia rebate, $750. Net price, $19,988. One at this price. Stock number GK9219. Expires March 31st, 2024.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Whether you prefer thrills or serenity, the 2024 Accord from Elk Grove Honda delivers both. With Honda Sensing Standard, the 2024 Accord is once again a winner of the 2024 Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars, making Honda the winningest brand in car and driver award history. Drive a 2024 Accord Hybrid and see for yourself what the fuss is all about. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip. A brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
I mean, it has to be better.
in this basketball. For me, like I have to play better. I have to make shots. But if I'm sitting here and tell you I have to make shots, and I don't feel like I just played a terrible basketball game. But those stretches where we were giving up 6-7 baskets in a row, we have to be better than that.
That's De'Aaron Fox after last night's ugly, difficult, nasty loss to the Washington Wizards. The 12-5,000 wash. I mean, they got like 800 losses this season, talking about the Washington Wizards. 58 to be exact, but 11-58 to start last night. And the Sacramento Kings, on the second night of a back-to-back, lose 109-102. Drapes and Jay here, Sactown Sports 1140, The Drive guys. Kevin Gleason Whitey out sick today, but I know he's listening, vomiting, still upset about last night's loss to the Wizards. We're going to get to the phone lines here coming up in a minute. So it's been a day where we've allowed Kings fans to really vent, really talk about their frustrations, hop on the Drapes and Jay couch, get a little therapy, a little reality. It's been that kind of day. 916-339-1140. You know, last night, Jay, I told you I didn't get to watch the game live because I was flying back from Toronto, and I'll tell you my travel nightmare story. That's coming up in just a little bit. I'm still struggling about this one. But somebody tweeted at me or texted me yesterday, hey, man, what did you think about Malik Monk leaving the game early? And I didn't get to see it live. And so I'm like, what happened? I didn't see it. And he sent it to me, and then I watched it again on the replay. Let me set it up. Late in the game, Malik and Mike Brown sort of got into a little shouting match, if you will. Mike subbed Malik out, and Malik went straight to the locker room.
I'm out of here.
He said, I'm done. I forget the player it was. Somebody tried to give him a little dap.
Swanson?
Was it Jalen Swanson? Yeah. And Malik basically ripped his arm and went straight to the locker room. And some people are like, Malik can't do that. What does this mean? And I know everybody's worried about his impending free agency and whether he's going to leave Sacramento or not. And we'll talk about the article Anthony Slater did with The Athletic coming up in just a little bit. Here's why I don't have a problem with what Malik Monk did. First of all, we've seen him and Mike Brown have blow-ups before during the season. We've seen them have shouting matches or whatever. And we've also heard that they've patched things up after the game, the day after. And I fully expect that's what will happen this time. But one thing about Malik Monk that I admire is that you always know how he's feeling. Whether good or bad, you know. Ain't no guesswork, Jay, like to your point earlier. We know Malik Monk cares. And so what he did last night, I tell you what, if I was calling that game, I probably want to walk out too. After what that transpired on that court, Malik Monk, I get it. He's frustrated. He's angry. The team's not playing well. They're not hitting shots, and they're losing to the worst team in the league. I would rather have a guy be upset and show me he's upset than, like Jay said last segment, wonder why, wonder if he cares or not, Jay. Yeah. And so I'm cool with Malik walking off like that. Do I like it? No, but I understand it. I get it, and I'm okay with it. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we've seen, bigger names, and I don't want to just say because you're Kevin Durant or because you're LeBron James, you can walk off and have no. Right. We saw him do it against the Kings.
Against the Kings,
LeBron James did.
Yes.
And left people guessing, well, was he hurt? Did he go back for, treatment early? No, he probably was frustrated. He knew how important the game was against the Kings, and he didn't have his best game. He had some dunks at the end of the game that mattered, but I think what Malik doing yesterday kind of plays in the same fold with the Kings kingdom, which is we have to understand that to be better, we have to expect better. We want better. And I think Malik is, he's the prototypical of that. And you can speak to that even better, even more, Drapes. Malik is fiery.
Yeah.
And I've used this story before. After game 2 of the playoffs last year, I had walked back to the tunnel earlier, and Malik must have did post game interview, maybe talk to you. I'm not exactly sure what he was doing, but he came through the tunnel later. And so I was maybe about 5 paces in front of him. And as he's coming through the tunnel, I have my back to him, but he was talking. And so I'm like, I hear Malik, and I turn around, and, he's just talking to himself.
Right.
He's firing himself up after they had just won. And he's like, 2 more, baby. Come on now.
Yeah.
So I'm turning around to see who he's talking to, and him speaking to himself. I look back and I was like, yeah, Malik, I'm hyping him up too. He's like, yeah, let's go get it. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's the type of person he is.
And you got to take that.
Yeah.
What good or bad?
That's
it. When they're winning, he's vocal. When they're losing, he's vocal. That's who he is, to your point, Jay. And the thing about it, with Malik, when he hops on the bus, he's talking. When he's at shoot around, he's talking. He's always talking. And so how many times have we seen and heard from fans say, man, I don't know if these guys care. I wish we saw more fire. And so when Malik finally does that, you can't be like, oh, I don't want to see that. Like, I'd rather, like we said, I want to see De'Aaron do that.
Yeah.
I want to see Mike Brown do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, and I say this about Mike, you ain't got to go out there and be Bobby Knight or anything like that. But show me you care.
Get them Vans dirty one time.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Get the Vans dirty one time. I got a son, right? My 14-year-old son. Love him to death. Love him to freaking death. I tell him all the time, I need to see passion from you.
Oof, sound like me to my daughter.
Dude, I don't care whatever the passion is. And maybe it's kids these days or something like that. If you want to be the best violin player in the world, let's do it.
Let's go get it.
If you want to be the best airplane maker in the world, whatever it is, just show me something and I will back you 100%.
Sounds familiar, man.
And here's the thing. 916-339-1140. Let me know if you got any examples in your life. When it comes to basketball, coaching, if I'm Mike Brown, I want 5 guys on the floor I know that care. That aren't just worried about getting their stats, that aren't just worried about getting a paycheck. I guarantee you 5 dogs on the court will be 5 guys worried about making their millions any day of the week.
Drapes, how many times did you hear this growing up? And I was the one that like, man, coach, be quiet. Shut up. That ain't true.
Right.
How many times did you hear your coach always to put, some fire under your tookies to say, just give me 5 guys who want to show me to play. Yeah. That just give me effort. They give me 100% effort all the time, anytime, compared to, and you know who they're talking to. And, I've been there. I was like, all right, coach, man, look, we playing a terrible team. Right. I know I'm about to go 4 for 4. I'm not tripping. It's okay. Like, it's all good. But I understood what coaches were asking. It's like, listen, Jay, instead of being here 10 minutes early, I need you here 30 minutes early.
Right. Yeah.
Don't come in here lollygagging, playing around, putting your cleats on, ready to straight, that type of thing. But that's something we've heard growing up in sports all our life. Give me 5 guys with great passion who care. I don't care the talent. They could be anybody. I get it. That's what we're talking about when it comes to Malik.
Yeah.
And the Kings there is there's something to be said about who the leader is on this team. I go back to Amon Shumpert when he was here for a short time. People loved Amon Shumpert because of how he handled being a leader for the Kings. He didn't play all the time. He was hurt a few times, but his passion bled through as a leader. And that's what people have talked about with Malik. We can't be the hypocrite, is what you're saying, Drapes, on the opposite side. He a little fiery.
Right.
We seen it a couple times yesterday. In the second quarter, he brought the bench guys, the second unit together, and did what? He like, come on, let's go get it.
Right.
Let's turn it up a notch. So that's what comes with that. As long as you ain't getting to the, the Draymond Green effect where you punching people and calling out folks, your own team and stuff. That's not what Malik is doing. He's just very competitive, and he's not accepting losses, man.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the YouTube chat. Mike Nussbaum says, I love the fire of Malik Monk. I wish you do it more. He's the only one on the team that I feel cares. And I'm not saying Mike's right or wrong because I think he's wrong. But the fact that he feels that way is a problem.
Yes.
The fact that he's sitting at home or at work right now and type that up.
Yeah, 5-3-0. 5-3-0. We would have loved to see someone other than Malik get fired up and get a tech in the third or early fourth. Coach, Fox, anyone.
And, and here's the thing about De'Aaron. We played De'Aaron coming back off that last break. And De'Aaron is taking a view of 82 games. I didn't make shots tonight. He's sort of taking the rational view of things, whereas I'm more irrational. I'm more forget the box score. He's been taking that level-headed approach. You know what I mean? But I'm like, dude, you freaking lost to the Wizards,
man.
And here's the thing. And to Mike's point, and the people out there texting us 916-339-1140, we should never feel like we care more than the players.
Ooh,
I don't care if it's the Kings.
that's agreed.
I don't care if it's any team. If the fans care more than the players, I think that's a problem. That's a problem.
I can't agree with you more, Drapes.
All right, we got much more coming up. 916-339-1140. If you want to weigh in on the Malik Monk situation, let's do that. Update you on the standings as well. Where the Kings go with 13 games left to go. You're listening to Drapes and Jay. It's the Drive Guys on Sactown Sports 1140.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friends at American Energy. Now, I've told you this before, but this is what we call extending a good deal. Right now, American Energy Heat and Air is offering an HVAC diagnostic for $99. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Never mind. They're offering it free. It's a $99 value, but you get it for $0. Let the American Energy team test your system connections and all the moving parts of that system to ensure that it's functioning properly. Now, this is a limited time offer, expires March 31st. Call today to schedule your appointment at 916-520-9990. Speak to the company that has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau that's been making the greater Sacramento area proud since 1981. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event is on. It's time to hit the road with powerful performance and fewer fill-ups. Toyota has more hybrid and plug-in hybrid options than any other brand, with the same legendary dependability you can count on. Right now, get incredible 0% APR financing for 72 months, or choose a low lease on the all-electric 2023 PZ4X. Hurry in. Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Ends 4/1/24.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery. What, doctor? Because Xfinity Mobile just got even better. Now you're automatically connected to Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig while you're on the go. Plus, existing Xfinity customers can buy one unlimited line and get one free for a year.
Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. Offer ends 6/21. Restrictions apply. Existing Xfinity Internet service and 2 new unlimited lines required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabytes of usage per line. Data thresholds may vary. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown.
Live and local every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys take you up till 6 o'clock. Reacting to arguably, Jay, the most, how should I put this? Like bipolar 48 hours in Kings of the season. I don't know. I have to deep dive into the schedule. But I was there in Toronto, bro.
Yeah.
And it was a party. Kings fans were there. You know, we had people from sales. Kelsey was out there.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, they were out there, bro. Like the beam chants they tried to get started out there. It was the kind of win that Sacramento needed at that time. A blowout win. De'Aaron and Domas playing 28, 29 minutes. HB only 19. Relaxing, non-stressful win. But then to back it up with the worst loss, in my opinion, of the season to the Washington Wizards. That's your Sacramento Kings season right there in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and we touched on it earlier, and I'll bring it back again. That loss is a loss right now isn't the same as a loss in October and November. A loss right now when you got Phoenix handling their business. When you got Dallas, who have won 3 in a row. When you got the Pelicans with Brandon Ingram down, and you just have them lose to Orlando, the opportunity is there for the taking for the Sacramento Kings. And I feel like, Jay, the Kings are their own worst enemy, bro.
Yeah.
It's like they can't get out of their way right now, man.
Yeah, I can understand that, especially someone who's been on the roller coaster with them. You know, the travel, the day-to-days, the blood, sweat, the tears, the crying. You know, like you've got the inside seat to see how these guys have operated throughout the season, and not only from outside too. I'm with you, man. It's the frustration that you probably are feeling compared to some of the Kings fans and Kings listeners in the Kings Kingdom is definitely probably the same, but probably for you is even more detrimental because as you always say, these are my guys.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I have dinner with that guy. I have lunch with that guy. You've broken bread with these guys.
Yeah.
You know, you've had drinks with these guys, albeit it's soda or strawberry lemonade.
Right.
You've traveled with these guys. And one of the things I always tell people is you don't know a person until you travel with them for real. People talk, well, you don't know a person until you live with them. I travel with them too. You got to understand how they get down. But it's something to be said that you go from the highs to the highest of the highest and the lowest to the lowest. And you want to even it out. And I've yet to kind of see this team even it out. It's 2 or 3 games. You jump on Milwaukee and then you beat LA, and it's like, man, let's throw a parade.
Yes.
And then you go to Memphis. It's like y'all were getting ready to lose that game.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Jay, to your point about that. And I think this is what's so frustrating about this season. Remember last season, they had the 7-game win streak.
Yes.
Then they had a 6-game win streak in January, I think it was. Then they went on another streak after the All-Star break. This season, they've had 1 6-game winning streak and 1 4-game winning streak. Think about that. Like, we can't enjoy the wins long enough because a gut-punching loss is right behind it. You know what I mean? Like, the moment we start to feel good about the team, they lose to the Wizards.
They set you right back.
They set you right back. And it's so frustrating. And I understand it, Kings fans. It's something we've been riding all year long. That's the roller coaster we're talking about. And I started the show off apologizing to the fan base, Jay, because I believed that this Kings team had turned a corner. I'm like, okay, we ready for the playoff push. These boys are ready.
Look, can I ask you when? Was it the team meeting and then they won and then they lost, or was it they built Milwaukee and LA? Like when did you see the turn of the corner?
You want me to keep it
when
real?
Was somebody figure eighting around the corner, man?
The New York Knicks loss. You know why?
Okay.
Because even though it was a loss, I didn't feel like they got pumped.
Yeah.
They lost the game, yes, but it was totally New York style, and our guys still hung with them. And that, to me, signaled a different kind of team. Then they beat Memphis, and I understand Memphis almost had them, but then they turned it on in the overtime. So I gave them that. But it was after the Knicks game, and we came on the show.
Yeah.
And Whitey's like, you have to win the game. And I'm like, bro, I get it. You got to win. No, last night is the game you got to win. Losing to the Knicks sucks, but you competed playing their style. That showed me you could dig in the mud and go get it and fight. Last night, Kyle Kuzma scoring 31. The Washington freaking Wizards shooting 50% from the field, scoring 60 points. We've made this analogy 1,000 times, Kings fans. It's like somebody coming in, going straight to your kitchen, taking out your cheese sticks, your strawberries, all the food in your fridge, and walking out and you're not saying nothing.
They just hijacked
you. And we're talking, and it'd be different, Jay, if the bully on the block, the dude with the muscle does it.
Yeah.
But you let Calvin from McDonald's. You remember Calvin from McDonald's, those commercials?
No, man.
He worked at McDonald's and he get ready, get his little uniform on, walk down the street. Hi, Mrs. So-and-so. Calvin you let Calvin from McDonald's come in and take your groceries. That's who the Wizards are, man. The Wizards don't want no fight. No. They trying to go to the library. Calvin was trying to go to the library first. He's trying to go to the store to get his, blow pops and then go to work. Calvin wasn't on the street corner. He wasn't trying to Debo you and snatch your chain. But you turned Calvin into Debo. Yeah. You turned the Washington Wizards into the Celtics, into the Denver Nuggets. You made them something that they are not.
How about this one from the 530? They don't have a leader, Drapes, who wants to accept playing down the teams. Mike Brown says all the right things, but doesn't get results. They have no killer instinct. Ooh. That's kind of what you're saying. Now, the killer instinct part is what you're saying. I won't put words in your mouth, but
yeah,
it's the drive to not allow, as you said, Calvin from McDonald's. This must be the commercials in the 80s.
Yeah, it was the 80s. It was the 80s. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
They named him Calvin?
Yeah, his name was Calvin, bro. And growing up, you always had that one neighbor that was super nosy, right? She knew everything. And so Calvin would walk past. The neighbor in my neighborhood was Miss Ann.
Okay.
He'd walk past Miss Ann. Hey, Calvin, where you going? I'm going to work, Miss Ann. That's how Calvin is.
Just a nice fella.
Just a nice fella. Exactly. The kind of guy you want your daughter to date.
Okay.
But not last night, man. The Wizards went from Calvin to they punking you. They Deboing you on the block. They did. And that's what's so upsetting. So, regarding that text, 916-339-1140, that's the frustrating part. That's the part that I thought, you know what? No matter what, this Kings team, they're going to fight. But last night, they started fighting when they were down 15, 18 points.
Mm-hmm. They were already down.
Right. They already down.
Twice. They had to do it twice too, Drapes.
Start the game and to start the second half. And I've said this, Jay, you tell me. You know how it is in the NBA. No offense to Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole, Rashawn Holmes, because they're NBA players. If you give them confidence, if you give them the key to your crib, they will walk in there and take your food.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the Kings did last night. They allowed those guys to walk in and take their food. They opened up the door for them. What they didn't do against Toronto was Toronto didn't have any hope in that game,
right.
And that's what you got to do, man, especially against these bad teams, especially in this situation in the season, this point in the season. Coming up in a minute, Jay, I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm worried about the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, man.
These final 13. Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
You're a little nervous now?
I am a little nervous because right now they're 8th in the play-in. I'm going to tell you why I'm nervous. That's coming up next here on Sactown Sports 1140. You're listening to The Drive, guys.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry. You never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect clouds and rain overnight tonight. Periods of rain will last on into Saturday morning with afternoon thunderstorms that will be popping up. Your Saturday will warm only into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Once upon a time, you could get a heater tune-up or an air conditioner tune-up for just $59, or both for $89. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
I thought you were going to read me a bedtime story.
Go to sleep now. Bonnie.com. License 696-355.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Truck Month?
Right now, save up to $16,500 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Laramies. One of the nicest, most capable trucks you can buy with the biggest savings of the year. This is huge, and we have over 200 available.
Okay, so why choose Hoblet?
We do things a little different here at Hoblet. We're here to help you find the vehicle you need at the best possible price. That's why we don't have a bunch of dealer markups, surprise add-ons, or hidden fees. And we've become California's #1 new Ram truck dealer. At Hoblet, you'll get the small town experience with the big city savings and selection.
If you're looking for a truck, Hoblet should be your first and only stop. See their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$16,500 total net savings after $10,500 factory rebates and $6,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,000 case construction rebate. Must have purchased qualifying new case equipment from an authorized case dealer and $500 first responder bonus cash. Must be a member of qualifying First Responder Association. 10 at this net savings. See dealer for details.
Dr. Ken Howachek and kinesiologist Kelsey Graham discuss the Good Feet store.
The foot has a lot of detail. It has a lot of complexity. There's a lot that can go wrong. A lot of problems start in the foot and end up elsewhere. Knee pain, hip pain, back pain. When aligning the feet properly, we can see relief elsewhere. And that's the beauty of the Good Feet Arch support. It can place the feet into their ideal position and gives them the balance, the support, the comfort, and the relief of the pain. The bottom line is that the Good Feet Arch support can be a highly effective pain relief solution when nothing else has worked.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints of the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Visit the Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Modesto, Stockton, and Vacaville for a free fitting and test walk.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, Sactown Sports, 1140. Taking your calls, 916-339-1140. See you guys on the text and the YouTube chat as well. Somebody from the 916 talking about Kings' loss last night. Fox taking 30 shots in the game is not a winning formula. Jay, did you feel like Fox was out there gunning?
A little, but I think for something that I've asked for sometimes is, it sounds crazy because De'Aaron won Clutch Player of the Year last year, but I still clamor for more from De'Aaron. Like I'm still looking for him to take that last final leap. To like, no one's questioning Kevin Durant if he's taking 30 shots in a close game.
Exactly.
No one's questioning, the Ja Morants, the Steph Currys, the LeBrons,
gets him up.
the Tatums. Like these guys, we're asking Embiid, Jokic to shoot 30 times. And so I'm not opposed to that. I will say this. I think for the way the Kings are built, it's not good for when De'Aaron, shoots 30 times. But there is a fine line that I think for the Kings to be better, I think De'Aaron has to take over games sometimes too. And Malik does a great job in that. And I think we've all asked for Domas to do that a little more too.
Yeah, I think ideally you want a balanced attack. You want Keegan to get his 12 to 15, Domas, Malik. But I thought watching last night's game, outside of Keegan, nobody had it going on really.
Yeah.
And Fox, we got to remember, missed his first 9 shots. And so, if anything, I'd say, man, I wish Keegan would have got more opportunities. But I'm not going to get upset with Fox for trying to put on his cape and lead the team to a win.
Yeah, Drapes. I mean, listen, I get what that texter from the 916, I believe, is saying.
Yeah.
Especially in the loss to the Wizards. If they would have won, no one would have said, De'Aaron shot 30 times. I just don't think De'Aaron shooting 30 times has been the formula that we've seen the Kings win games with. And I think that's why it's like, that's not going to be the winning formula for the Kings to win.
Right. Okay.
But I do think there's an opportunity sometimes where a star got to be a star.
Right.
You know, and you kind of got to relinquish the reins too with that.
Yeah, exactly. And it begs the question, what came first? Our struggles and then De'Aaron shooting a lot? Or was De'Aaron shooting not a lot the reason for our struggles? Yeah. And I don't think it was. I don't think it was.
No, I think just what you said, everybody was kind of off.
Yeah.
It looked like everybody, arrived into the DC, and I'm not making excuses, but it seemed like everybody was on a jet lag. It seemed like everybody had an off night or, weren't feeling well or sick or whatever we want to call it. Maybe they were looking forward to the dinner, the team dinner after.
The steak and lobster after, I mentioned earlier, last segment, man, this Wizards team, 11 wins coming in. They weren't ready to fight. They didn't want to fight. These dudes ready to go to Cancun. These dudes ready to go out and party in the offseason. Trust me, their spouses, significant others, girlfriends, whatever you want to call them, they've already booked their vacations.
For sure.
They know where their season is. But you turned the Washington Wizards from Calvin from McDonald's into Debo from Friday. And if you aren't aware of Calvin from McDonald's, maybe I'm aging myself. I was born in 1975. I'm kind of old now, 48 years old. But that Calvin from McDonald's commercial, we all related to because Calvin was on a good path. You found that commercial, Jay?
I found it for you,
Here
man.
it is. This is Calvin from McDonald's.
Hey, isn't that Calvin? I haven't seen him for a while. Wonder where he's heading. I heard he got a job. Is that right? Well, it's about time he got himself together. Now that you mention it, there is something different about him. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. Looks like responsibility's been good for him. Well, I'm just glad somebody believed in him enough to give him a chance. Wonder where he's working.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you?
See what I'm talking about, Jay?
I never seen that.
You ain't never seen that commercial, man?
And it says 91 or 1990.
Yeah, you were around back then, Jay.
I was 6, but I don't remember it. I don't remember Calvin.
Calvin then turned his life around. He started wearing his hat straight.
Yes, he turned it from the back to the hat.
And play it one more time for me, Jay. Just the first part.
Hey, isn't that Calvin? I haven't seen him for a while. Wonder where he's heading. I heard he got a job.
There you go, Jay. I haven't seen him in a while. The last time the Wizards were relevant, freaking Michael Jordan was suiting up. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, the Wizards ain't been relevant in forever. But all of a sudden, they got a job at McDonald's. They turned their hat around. They were going to work, minding their business, and the Kings let them come in and take their groceries. That's what I'm saying. Calvin turned his life around. He wasn't a threat to anybody anymore. His grandmother was proud of him. Miss Ann down the block was proud of him. He wasn't about the smoke. We allowed the Wizards last night, Jay, to be about the smoke. They were just trying to punch the clock. They were just ready to punch the clock, get the game over with, and we gave them life. And that's what's so upsetting about these losses. Charlotte, Detroit, Portland. These guys understand they are undermanned. And especially this point in the season, they allowed Washington to have some hope. That's just, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. Steven, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What you got, man?
So just real quick. I think, so if you watch, I know y'all watch the game, but it seems like the bench bailed out the starters more times than the starters bailed out the bench, if you really look at it. And then I'm wondering, and I'm not trying to go against Coach Brown or anything, but his bench players have that energy. And if the starters are tired or not hitting, you got to replace. And then you can't put it on Darren because Domas be open like I don't know what, and he wants to pass the ball. I know it's going to have to be the off season, but he's going to have to take more shots and practice that mid range. It can't just be always passing the ball, and our competitors know that. He's not even a threat when it comes to that, unless he's underneath the basket. I'm gonna take this offline.
All right, Steve, appreciate that. No, you're right, man, and I do think at times the starters sort of what's the word I'm looking for, Jay? Limp into a game.
Yeah,
maybe not have the energy
for sure,
and that's where the bench is supposed to come in. I get that, but when I look at the starters last night, and I'm gonna put Keon off to the side. I'm not going because offensively, what we get from him to me is a bonus.
Yeah, agreed.
And he only played 20 minutes. But Domantas Sabonis, I know you got your 14-14 and 6 assists. But Rashawn Holmes, who else is their backup? Johnny Davis? No, Patrick Baldwin? Like, my thing, and I mentioned this discussion I had with Katie way back. Your stars got to play like stars.
Absolutely.
And Domantas Sabonis is a star.
For sure.
And I understand some nights he gets his 24, 28. But really, when you think about it, Jay, you've been around sports long enough. Your stars are supposed to be your tone setters. De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis last night supposed to come in. All right, boys, I know we're on the second night of a back-to-back. You know, Jordan and Bird and all them used to say stuff like, I know we on the second night, or I know, we got in late. I don't plan on playing in the fourth, just so you know. Seriously. Just stuff like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where, you know what? We're going to come out these first 10 minutes, stomp on them, and build the lead. And they didn't do that last night. It's frustrating, dude.
And let's tackle this on the other side with some social network gems that I still want you to respond to. But I guess my question to you is this, Drapes. And I think this is where some of the Sacramento Kings fans are having some problems. Is that with this team, is that a star thing or is that a coach situation? And I believe we're kind of seeing that conundrum here in Sacramento.
That's a great question. Now, is it a coach thing or a star thing?
Yeah. For this team. Yeah. Knowing we don't have the Jordan, we don't have the Bird, we don't have the Durant, we don't have the LeBron.
Right.
We have the tier B stars.
Right.
The Bradley Bills, those guys. And no disrespect to Bradley and De'Aaron or whatever. I'm talking about should be all stars, have all-star numbers, could be all-stars, could be all NBA teams. Sometime they are, sometime they aren't, as we seen last year with both De'Aaron and Domas, but we didn't see here in the all-star game. Can this team be a team where the tone is set by the coaching staff?
That's a great question, Jay. And I don't know. The coach can only do so much. You mentioned Houston and the way they're playing right now. Ime Udoka, he brings that fire. But he also got Dylan Brooks. He also got Fred VanVleet.
That's true.
He got some dogs on the roster. And so I believe there should be players who are an extension of the coach. And that's why I think, and I've said it before, I said it 2 years ago, we should have went out and got Marcus Smart. I forget who we had on a couple of weeks ago. Pat Beverly, they mentioned.
Yeah.
You need somebody like that because our stars are great guys. And we know Domas plays hard. We know Foxy plays hard. But when the chips are down, I don't know if those guys are the guys to rally everybody up. Maybe a Patrick Beverly, maybe a Marcus Smart, maybe somebody like that, a Dylan Brooks is the tweak that this team needs. And that, because you go down the road to I-80. Steph Curry ain't that guy.
No.
He's not that guy, right?
Nope.
But you got Draymond backing him up. You got Draymond being that guy so Steph doesn't have to be. Do we need a guy so Fox doesn't have to be, so Sabonis doesn't have to be that emotional leader? We'll talk about that and more. And I know you guys are on social media. Jay spent 2.5 hours during the game just looking at Twitter and
All day.
Instagram, getting y'all tweets as well. We'll dive into that here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Bedorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect clouds and rain overnight tonight. Periods of rain will last on into Saturday morning with afternoon thunderstorms that will be popping up. Your Saturday will warm only into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Hey guys, do you know your T level? Revive Men's Health here in Sacramento is helping you take that first step toward better health and enhanced intimacy with a free testosterone level test, exam, and consultation. Plus, for this month only, qualified patients can kickstart their treatment with a free supply of ED medication. Revive's customized ED treatments can provide immediate results, restore blood flow naturally, and even bring spontaneity back into your love life. With both in-person and telemedicine appointments available, plus free shipping directly to you, Revive takes the hassle out of treating low T and ED. Having an optimal testosterone level can change your whole life, and it starts with knowing your T level. Take that first step and book your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation, and kickstart your treatment with a free supply of ED medication this month only. Call Revive Men's Health Sacramento at 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566, or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Once upon a time, you could get a heater tune-up or an air conditioner tune-up for just $59, or both for $89. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
I thought you were going to read me a bedtime story.
Go to sleep now. Bonnie.com. License 696-355.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure they'll get you your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
Switch to Jackson Hewitt and we'll beat what you paid last year, even if you filed online. Ain't nothing to it. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and pay less for tax prep, guaranteed. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
It's time to trade in and trade up at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com. It's all a click away.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own loan report.
With RT Painting, our name says it all. We are a reliable and trusted commercial and residential painting company serving the Sacramento area since 1998. Employee-owned, our attention to detail is second to none. Put our decades of experience serving our community to use for you. Get a free quote today. Call us at 916-900-8112. That's 916-900-8112. Or go online to rtpainting.com. That's rtpainting.com. RT Painting, your trusted and reliable painting contractor of choice.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fidium Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Drapes and Jay taking you up to 6 o'clock, Sactown Sports, 1140. You're listening to The Drive, guys. No Kevin Gleason, no Whitey today. Out sick, so we holding it down. The takeover, I'm calling it here with Drapes and Jay. Hey, We got a special contest I want to get to right now. Are you ready for a new roarsome adventure? Legoland California Resort has teamed up with Sactown Sports to get you and the family down to beautiful Southern California for an exciting adventure of a lifetime. Discover Dino Valley, opening this Friday, March 22nd, where bricktastic Lego dinosaurs roam at Legoland California Resort. All you have to do is hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now, 916-339-1140, looking for caller number 3, Jay. Caller number 3.
Like it.
To score those family 4-packs of Legoland California Resort tickets. Hit them up right now, 916-339-1140, a 4-pack to Legoland California Resorts. You could go to legoland.com/California. All right, Jay, back out here, continuing to talk Sacramento Kings, taking your calls, reading your tweets, your texts as well. And I tell you what, we were talking just last segment about, the Kings and the fight and the passion and some of the players going out there and get Patrick Beverly, Marcus Morris, Marcus Smart, somebody like that to give this team the energy when the stars or the starters don't have it going. I think that has to be one of the keys for Monty McNair this offseason. Going out there and getting somebody, strengthening the bench, somebody that will bring the fire for this team. Jay, I know you were watching the game, man, and on social media, and people were saying some crazy things.
Crazy stuff.
I mean, I got one right here on the 916.
Spit it.
Somebody says, trade Fox. Give Malik the bag. Monk cares, but Fox doesn't seem. It's crazy talk after one loss, dude. What else you got, man?
At Wealth is Simple on Twitter, I'm starting to think this is the most disappointing Sacramento Kings team ever. Now,
what?
The history of the Sacramento Kings, they once lost 42 games straight, 41 road games straight, something like that, 41, 42 road games straight. We had Bill Winnington who talked about it. The most disappointing Sacramento Kings team ever, and they're in the playoff hunt?
It's unbelievable, man. It's, and I pulled up the history of the Kings. I mean, let's even go back to, I'm going to go back to their heyday. When they were 27-23. That was the lockout shortened year. 44-38 and lost in the first round the next year. Think about that. This Kings team will probably finish with 46, 47, 48 wins. Make some noise in the first round, and fans are disappointed. Jay, 2 years ago, do you want me to tell you what the Kings record was 2 years ago?
Give it to me 2 years ago.
30-52.
Man.
31-30 and 41. 31-41. Matter of fact, the better exercise is, since this team moved to Sacramento, how many 40-win seasons have the Kings had? Hold on, Jay. I'm looking it up right now.
Ain't gonna take too long.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is just the ninth 40-win season.
Man.
In the almost 30 years this team has been here.
Since 85.
And this is the most disappointing?
I know.
Maybe fans' expectations were off or something. Maybe they expected them to be the Warriors of 15-16 or something. It's ridiculous, man.
How about this one? At B. Lou Hat Fan. Last year was a fluke. They have no talent to win. Last year was a fluke.
Jay, who's that again?
At B. Lou Hat Fan on Twitter.
See, this is why I can't be on Twitter during the game. Because listen to
why
this.
Why not, Drake?
Because, man, last year was a fluke.
It was a fluke.
How are we that much farther off last year's pace?
No, two games.
Two
I
games,
believe, right?
Exactly. If last year was a fluke, what does that make this year? It is almost the same exact year, record-wise. This is what I'm saying. And this is what upsets me, Jay. If Kings fans are going to jump off the bandwagon that quickly, I thought we were supposed to be the best fan base in the country. I thought we just had the best fans in the entire NBA. You got yahoos like that calling last year was a fluke. Trade De'Aaron Fox. Fire Mike Brown. Kings fans, and this is what I got into last week with White. Have we forgotten where we've been and where we've come from? 2 years ago this time, we would have loved to be in this situation. But now everybody's ready to jump ship? I'm not with that, Jay. I'm not with that.
All right, are you with this? At Yabba Bada 123. Kings game plan every night. Chuck a three. Chuck a three. Chuck a three. He said that about 5 times. It's like watching a WNBA game.
Oh, man. It's like that?
Chuck a three. Chuck a three. Chuck a three. Chuck a three. Watching a WNBA game, man. The Las Vegas Aces.
Here's the thing, though. And I understand people get frustrated with the threes, Jay. I'm telling you, every coach in the league doesn't look at how many threes. It's the quality of the shot.
Sure.
We missed a lot of open looks last night. We missed a lot of looks. So it wasn't just chuck it up, chuck it up. Like when you look at Malik Monk was 1 of 7 from 3. Are we telling Malik not to shoot the 3 if he's open?
Not me.
Exactly. All right, Chris Duarte, mind you, was shooting 50% from 3 ever since February 1st, who's now a 39% three-point shooter, I do believe, dipped down after last night. He was 1 for 7. Were they good looks? That's what coaches look for, Jay.
I agree. I mean, we've heard that from plenty of coaches. Jay Triano, who was just on our air a week or so ago, said the exact same thing. How about this one? On Twitter, at BDriver157. Why is Fox even allowed to play against non-playoff teams? Just rest them and play Kobe Jones. Might have beaten the Hornets, Pistons, and Wizards without Fox.
Are you serious? He said rest them against the bottom feeders.
Yes, and play Kobe Jones.
Play Kobe Jones.
And they might have beaten the Hornets, Pistons, and Wizards without Fox.
I'll tell you what, that's a good take. That's a funny one right there. I'm not agreeing with that, obviously, but that's a funny take. As somebody just said on the 916, bruh, these takes are out of pocket. Steven C. said that. I love it, man. Keep it coming, Jay. Keep it coming. You got more one more?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to give you one more
All
before we hit the break. Let's see here. Let's go with this one. At Vang_TT. This is on Twitter. Mike Brown will be a great teacher somewhere, handing out all these credits. Dude never has these guys ready for games, and it shows. Mike Brown has no in-game adjustments and keeps telling his team, let it fly. Frustrated face emoji. He would be a great teacher. He's handing out nothing but good credits, nothing but A's and B's.
He said, called him Mr. Belding, that's Saved by the Bell. Yo. And then he says doesn't make in-game adjustments. That's false. That's patently false. That's patently false. Look at when they go zone sometimes. Patently false. Look at the rotations. Sometimes they'll play Alex Lynn. Sometimes it's Chris Duarte. Just last night, nothing worked other than Kessler Edwards. My big concern, and we're going to get into this next hour, where was Keegan Murray last night? That we need to have that conversation, Jay.
MIA?
And he started off front and center, but then he got lost in the shuffle. Why I have a problem with that coming up next on The Drive, guys, here on Sactown Sports 1140.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-414-4420 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-414-4420 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-414-4420 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
The weather's warming up, spring is here, and so is road trip season. And if you're saying, yeah, sure, I would love to load everything up in my car and hit the road and go on a long road trip, but I don't trust my car. It's not dependable. Well, then go see my friends at Elk Grove Kia. They'll get you into something dependable and super affordable, like a brand new 2024 Kia Forte LXS for $19,988. Yep, at a time when the average new car price is over $48,000, Elk Grove Kia can get you into a brand new car for less than half of that. This car's loaded with automatic transmission, an 8-inch touchscreen with rear camera. It's got advanced driver assistance system, so it's got tech and safety. And again, this brand new 2024 Kia Forte LXS can be yours for only $19,988. Only at the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer, Elk Grove Kia, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, and online at elkgrovekia.com. Elk Grove Kia sale price, $20,738. Kia rebate, $750. Net price, $19,988. One at this price. Stock number GK9219. Expires March 31st, 2024.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper here from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. If you're an entrepreneur with a vehicle fleet, I'll tell you that outfitting your van fleet with Mercedes-Benz vans is a very smart business move. Here's why. If you use it for business, you'll likely qualify for substantial tax breaks. Plus, they're rugged, sophisticated cargo haulers that you will love driving. You'll also love the way these things look with your company logo on them. And finally, it is Mercedes Madness season. That's right. Rates are available starting at 4.9% APR. Choose from any of 60 vans available right now at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton's Commercial Fleet Center next to their stunning new showroom. These folks wrote the book on what true customer service looks like. I'm a car and truck enthusiast, and I mean it when I tell you that the customer service you can expect at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best. Go see their beautiful new Mercedes showroom just a half hour from SAC, right off I-5, online as well at mbfstockton.com.
Hey guys, do you know your T-level? Revive Men's Health here in Sacramento is helping you take that first step toward better health and enhanced intimacy with a free testosterone level test, exam, and consultation. Plus, for this month only, qualified patients can kickstart their treatment with a free supply of ED medication. Revive's customized ED treatments can provide immediate results, restore blood flow naturally, and even bring spontaneity back into your love life. With both in-person and telemedicine appointments available, plus free shipping directly to you, Revive takes the hassle out of treating low T and ED. Having an optimal testosterone level can change your whole life, and it starts with knowing your T level. Take that first step and book your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. And kickstart your treatment with a free supply of ED medication this month only. Call Revive Men's Health Sacramento at 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Welcome to the March Mania sales event at Kia of Vacaville, Northern California's premier destination for automotive excellence. Get ready for an exhilarating showcase of our 2024 vehicle lineup, where innovation meets the road and customer satisfaction reigns supreme. Step into the future with the all-new Kia Sportage, where cutting-edge design harmonizes with dynamic performance. Explore the outstanding fuel efficiency of the Kia Niro, a hybrid marvel that redefines eco-friendly driving. Experience the unparalleled luxury and versatility of the Kia Telluride, setting new standards for sophistication and practicality. Don't miss out on our impressive selection of eco-friendly Kia hybrid options, tailored for drivers who demand efficiency without compromising on style. And for those seeking the EV9, Kia of Vacaville has it ready for delivery or in stock. Visit us today during March Mania and discover why Kia of Vacaville is the ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Model availability and features may vary. Please visit Kia of Vacaville for more information.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sactown Sports.
Live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay back here at Sactown Sports, 1140, final hour of the Drive Guys NCAA tournament underway. Watching big Zach Edey and number 1 Purdue taking on Grambling State.
How many games you watched so far, Drapes?
0.
Really?
I haven't, because I was traveling yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah. And
Come on, tell that story. It's time to hear this story. Man.
Here go my travel nightmare
Give us a Kings
story.
break, man.
All right. We need a break from the Kings. Here go my travel nightmare story. And if you got anything that can top this, give us a holler, 916-339-1140. So I'm in Toronto, Jay, right?
Beautiful city.
Beautiful city. Kings get the win. Everybody feeling good. There's probably 60 to 70 members of the Kings staff, season ticket holders, that made the trip there also.
Why am I not on this short list?
Dude, our girl Kelsey downstairs, sales.
Yeah, she's on the short list.
Her and her husband were there.
Oh, man.
She texts me, Drapes, we going to this bar afterwards, NBA courtside. Come meet us. Game gets over at 10, and it's cold in Toronto. It's cold, like 28 degrees after the game. So I walk to the bar. I walk in. It's like packed Kings fans.
What?
Yeah, people. Deirdre, who works with the Kings, all Ken and like all kinds of Kings fans.
Gotcha.
We took over this place.
Okay.
So I'm chopping it up. Now, mind you, Jay, my flight is at 7:55 a.m.
Oh.
So I'm like, ooh, I can't be out too late.
How far are you away from the airport?
25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So I'm like, all right, I'll come hang out, say what's up, make the rounds. Did that. I get back to the hotel about 12:30, 1 o'clock. I was only there for a couple hours. And I go to the front desk. I'm like, hey, how long does it take to get to the airport? He's like, well, it doesn't take long and it won't be any traffic, 25 minutes, but make sure you leave yourself enough time. I'm like, cool, I could do that. As I'm about to walk away, he's like, hey, do you need a wake-up call? I'm like, nah, I got it. It's Drapes. I don't need no wake-up call. 7:55 is my flight. Send out some late night texts. You know how it is. That's in the hotel.
Absolutely.
You pocket dial people and everything,
To the children.
To the children.
Let's make sure we specify.
Yeah, exactly. So I fall asleep and I'm like, I know I set my alarm for 5:45. I wake up. Got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I wonder what time it is. It's probably like 4:30. Jay, I look up. It's 7 a.m. I'm like,
7 and you got a 7:55
flight. And the airport's like 25, 30 minutes away. Dude.
Now, did you have your duffel or did you have your backpack? Did you have
it was mostly packed.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, let me hurry up. I get out of the hotel. I packed everything. I didn't shower, of course. 7:10, I'm in the Uber.
What?
Dude, I hustled.
That was De'Aaron Fox speed.
Exactly. So I'm like, I tell the Uber driver, I'll make it worth your while if you can, shave some time off.
Mm-hmm.
So he's weaving in and out of Toronto traffic. Mind you, this is an international flight I got to catch.
For sure.
So I got to go through customs.
All of it.
Show the passport.
Make sure you ain't bringing a Drake jersey back in.
I get to the airport at 7:33.
Okay, he did his thing.
I'm like, okay.
You got a shot.
Okay. And I got TSA pre-check. I got clear. I'm like, I'm good. But it's in Canada. Yeah. So they sent me to the TSA pre-check line, which was longer than the regular line. And so I'm in line. And so I finally get through. And I'm like, all right, I'm at gate 59.
Oh,
I go to gate 59.
That sounds so long.
But it wasn't, Jay. Gate 59 was like
reverse?
right through.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on now.
I thought I was in gate 59. I was in gate 94. And so your boy is like O.J. Simpson running through the airport. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, right? Your boy is, I'm hustling. And I don't run. I'm not a runner. That's not my thing. But that day, I was running. Dude, I get to the gate.
Come on.
The plane's right there. I see it. 7:53.
They say you can't get on.
They said I couldn't get on. Dude, I made it through immigration. Woke up 53 minutes. Record time. Doors closed.
They don't know who you are.
And that's what I'm saying. I pulled out the NBA credential. Like what? Didn't work. They said, all right, here's what we could do for you, Mr. Draper. Now, mind you, the kids were flying to Boston today.
Okay.
So I needed to get back to see the kids last night,
Gotcha.
And so they said, Mr. Draper, here's what we can do. We can fly you from Toronto to Chicago to Sac, but you won't get in until 10:30 at night. I was supposed to get home at 1:25. Is that
That's
it?
a whole day.
So they said, all right, we got one other choice. You could go from Toronto to Newark, from Newark to Denver, Denver to Sac.
Damn.
And I did that. And I ain't land until 5:30, 6 o'clock.
So from Toronto to Jersey
to Denver, and Denver to Sac.
Okay.
And it wasn't that bad, but I calculated it, Jay. I was in the air for about 8 hours yesterday.
Okay.
Which should have been a 5-hour, but I made it home in time to see the kids.
Was it Toronto straight to Sac? The 7:55 in the morning?
Denver.
To
was
Denver.
to Denver.
Okay.
But
yeah,
it was back to back, basically.
Sure.
And so I don't miss flights. That's not my thing. And I missed that flight. And you know how bad you got to feel? Like when you miss a regular flight, you feel bad. I missed an international flight and I wouldn't see the kids. So I'm tired right now, bro. I got 50 minutes in me left. But your boy is tired. But that was my day yesterday, man. So I text my mom. I'm like, hey, I'm in Newark. She's like, Newark? You guys play the Nets? I'm like, no, Mom. I missed that's a embarrassing thing.
Tough.
Who misses their flight?
I know. A grown person.
Right?
That's what I say all the time. When the difference is, and I'll say this, you have an excuse, but I don't want to give you an excuse because the Kings don't get an excuse, right? So we got to hold you to the same, same standards. Yeah. But the other part of that too is you made it work. So we got to give you your love because you're like, listen, finesse me a flight here, get me there, because it would have been a shame. You might as well almost stayed in Toronto,
right?
Flew to Boston to see the children when they come.
That's true. I
you
could have seen them today. And you're right about it. I didn't think about that. Somebody on the 916 says, at least you had a valid passport, Drapes. That's true. Bro, your travel organization needs some work, yo. Come on. That is true. I had the valid passport. You want to know the best part of the story? So I had upgraded my one flight from Toronto to Denver to first class.
Okay.
It's like 4 hours.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You mean to tell me they not flying you to first class from East Coast to West Coast?
It's a budget, bro.
What?
It's a dollar amount. It was only another couple $100.
A budget? Dude, for the TV play-by-play of an NBA team?
Hey, man. Should I be getting that?
Man,
you tell me.
I might need to be your agent,
You work with people that used to do this job.
Yeah, I might need to be your agent,
in first class?
Well, their budget was different. They had a different budget. See, they didn't have to maneuver with the team as much as you did.
Yeah, see?
I might have to move into your sign me up, baby. CAA, IMG right here, man.
Dude, you may have to help me on that. So I upgraded, but fortunately, they put me on first class on every leg of the flight.
Oh, that a boy.
So that's,
yeah.
The girl took care of you.
Yeah, come on, man.
So it wasn't bad.
Salute to Toronto.
Yeah, I had the little, they give you the little meals and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your go-to? Because, one thing about it, even when you fly international, gone are the days of just like extravagant meals.
Yeah. You get the heated up in the microwave kind of.
You get the kids' cuisine.
It was, I did a chicken salad, like a chicken with a salad. Yeah, grilled chicken with salad. So it wasn't bad.
Okay, that a boy.
Yeah, so that's what happened yesterday.
You get the points?
I get the points.
All right.
Yes, I do get the.
Listen, I just need to know the situation I'm walking into.
I don't get the points for the hotel, though. That's what bothers me, bro.
Yeah, I can see that. Well,
really?
That's the team.
Yeah, because the team,
yeah,
they get all the points.
Absolutely.
On that.
So, not to be in your business, but you're forthcoming. Coming back home, do you get the per diem as well? Does the league bless you with the per diem?
It's for the whole trip. It's each day.
Gotcha.
So, for instance, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
I got
so
it.
even if you waking up and coming back home, you got the gold envelope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Zelle. Okay, I like it.
Exactly. Hey, man, we're going to get back to the phones here. I see some of your text as well, 916-339-1140. Why I'm worried about the Sacramento Kings and what's up with Keegan Murray and your phone calls here as the Drive Guys continues.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
This is for the men who never settle. The ones who believe only quitters and a game and a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. And the men who use PTO to catch afternoon basketball in March with the boys. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
My new exercise bike. Yeah, more like my $1,500 coat rack.
At Babbel, we get it. Learning something new is hard, especially a new language.
My Spanish starts and ends at Adios.
Make it easy on yourself with Babbel. In just 10 minutes a day, you can start having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
Hola, Espanol.
It starts here. To try Babbel free, text radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, Sacramento, get ready to mark your calendars because here is your live events calendar. It's time to amp up your entertainment game. First, catch the comedic brilliance of Hassan Minhaj at the Safe Credit Union Performing Arts Center, March 29th. It'll be an evening filled with laughter that you don't want to miss. But hold on, it gets even better. On March 30th, Thunder Valley presents an unforgettable night with the Jacksons and Sister Sledge. Dance the night away to their legendary hits. And that's not all. You don't want to miss NF's electrifying performance at the Golden One Center, presented by Live Nation on June 8th. You'll be blown away by his raw talent and magnetic stage presence. And speaking of legendary performances, mark your calendars for June 11th, because Live Nation is bringing Janet Jackson to the Golden One Center. A night packed with iconic hits and mesmerizing choreography that will leave you speechless. And then, June 15th, Ronnie Chang brings his hilarious show to the Safe Credit Union Performing Arts Center. It's an evening of hilarious comedy and unforgettable moments. Visit livenation.com or Ticketmaster to grab your tickets. And that's your live events calendar. We're your ultimate destination for the hottest live events in town.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery.
What, doctor?
Because Xfinity Mobile just got even better. Now you're automatically connected to Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig while you're on the go. Plus, existing Xfinity customers can buy one unlimited line and get one free for a year.
Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. Offer ends 6/21. Restrictions apply. Existing Xfinity Internet service and 2 new unlimited lines required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabytes of usage per line. Data thresholds may vary. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay on Sactown Sports, 1140. Here on the Drive, guys. No Kevin Gleason. So me and Jay been holding it down. Whitey out sick. Hopefully he'll be all good for Monday when the Kings take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Jay, can I announce the news about Tuesday? Yeah, you think we're good to go to announce that?
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
Special live show on Tuesday. The Drive guys broadcasting live from the Beach Hut Deli right there on, what's that, K and
7th.
And 7th. 7th and K. So from 2 to 5:30, come holler at your boy Drapes and Whitey special live show, the Drive Guys at the Beach Hut Deli, right across from Doco, right there, right across from the stadium. Sauced and all that. Yeah, Jay will be out there with us as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Big game coming up that day as well. The Dallas Mavericks. And somebody on the 916 says, quote, man, they just traveled from a different country and lost on the second night of a back-to-back. In the words of Aaron Rodgers, relax. What hurts is Dallas and Phoenix won, so we slide to 8th. It is what it is. We get Dallas twice. They still got a path, Jay.
Yes, of course.
They still got a path.
Of course.
And so everybody all upset. I started off the show upset, frustrated, and everything like that. They come out, they beat Orlando, they beat Philly. You got 2 against Dallas, string together some 4 wins, and then you're feeling good about your Sacramento Kings. Hit us up, 916-339-1140. Let's get to the phone lines. Let's get Mike on line 1. Mike, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Drapes and Jay, how's it going, guys?
Good. What's up, man?
Well, I got a few questions. One, it's about the Kings, right? So we got the NCAA bracket going on, and I felt last night was an upset for the Kings. Like, they were a 5, Washington's like a 12. We got upset. It is what it is. But my question is, do players in the NBA, when March Madness hits the calendar, do they turn it up a notch? Like, you got, Blake Griffin, Oklahoma, BYU, Jimmer Fredette. You have old school Michigan State with the Magic Johnson, and you have Draymond. So when these college teams start playing, they're going to the bracket. Do the NBA teams kind of get in their own March Madness mode to start like turning it up? That's my question for you guys.
Yeah, I think so. You mean like as we get towards the playoffs
Stretch
and stuff
run.
like that, the stretch run? Oh, 100%. 100%. I urge you to go out there and listen to Kevin Garnett's podcast that he does with Paul Pierce, and that's something they talked about. Especially a veteran team, they know post All-Star break, Jay, that's when you turn it up.
You go 100.
You start going 100. You're looking at standings, where you want to be, positioning. So, yeah, I think so. And I think we've seen that from this Kings team up until last night.
Yeah, I would agree with you. When Coach Triano was on, you were gone that day. I think you were traveling with the team to Toronto. And Coach Triano, I asked him, does he look at the standings? Do the coaching staff start to look at the standings? And if so, when and do you, kind of position yourself for a stretch run? And Coach Triano Drapes, he was like, All-Star break is when I start to look at who's around us, our schedule, who we play. I look a little further down instead of the next couple games that he would scout. I'm looking 15 games down the road, like, oh, that's a big game, playing Dallas twice, Phoenix. So don't get it twisted. The team, the coaching staff, the players, they're always looking around for, and especially everybody knows, we call it the second half, but it's the final, 30 games, 25 games stretch run. It's like, as horse racing, it's time to turn those legs over.
Right,
now.
exactly. Down the stretch they come, right?
That's right.
Yes, yep. All right, let's get to Jeff, line 2. You're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening, Jeff?
Not much. I love listening to you guys on the way home from work, but as I share with Jay, that our priorities got to change. Monk has got to be the man, and he has got to be the guy that gets the bag. This Keegan Murray, no. Keegan is great. He's going to be a nice 3-and-D player. But Monk showed last night he's the man, and they need a leader, and he's the leader. And they've got pieces in place, but this thing, we got to figure out how to keep Monk at all costs. I don't care if we got to put a fence around his house, hire hitmen to make sure his ass doesn't go anywhere. Okay, guys?
All right, thanks so much, Jeff. Man, Jeff is ready. Remember, who was it? The Clippers, and it was DeAndre Jordan or Blake Griffin. Dallas tried to sign him away, and then docking him, sequestered him in the house with the chair and everything. And that's what we got to do to Malik Monk.
Yeah, I think Jeff is. He said it in a comical way, but I think where he's going is this, Drapes, and we might. I'm hoping, we knock it on wood or whatever we want to call this. It's kind of coming down to the situation of this. How good do we think Keegan Murray is going to be year 3, year 4, year 5, down the road? And Malik is kind of, I want to say he's arrived, but as far as a 6-man, he has definitely arrived. He is here. Like he's going to probably for the next 5 years be considered one of the top 6 men in the game if he stays on the bench. I think the question what Jeff is saying kind of is this. If you give Malik the bag, and he said in an article, I don't want to start. I don't want to come off the bench. I want to start. And I do what I need to do for this team. But you can't tell me Malik doesn't have starter eyes. He doesn't, like his eyes are real googly to be in the starting 5. Like that's a tough conundrum we facing right now, Drapes. And we don't have to.
But, does that worry you?
For me, it does.
Does that give you some insight, a glimpse into what Malik might be thinking come this offseason?
Yeah, a little bit. And I tell you the reason why is this is because we already know the financial situation and what they can do with Malik. But I do think Malik, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you know him better than I do, and you know his party better than I do. You know his brother, you know his family. But I say this, I do think there is something to telling Malik, who's probably going to get a little more than the $78 million the Kings are going to offer. If you sign this 1-year deal, we can pay you properly the next year. We'll have your bird rights. We can gift you and bless you from there. Compared to as much as, and I don't think Malik's going to get 125 on the market.
Right.
I think he'll get 85, 90.
Okay.
Enough to be like to make you think, but I also think someone is going to come to him and say, you won 6 man of last year. You starting on our team.
Right.
Can the Kings do that? Should they do that? They could do it. Should they do it? Where what Jeff is saying, Drapes, is because they're invested in Keegan with the number 4 pick, because, as you've alluded to earlier, Keegan might be the missing piece to this whole puzzle.
Right.
If he takes the next leap to, as the legend Jerry Reynolds said, from year 2 to year 3, like Peja did, and becomes a 13 points guy compared to maybe he's 21, 22, sticking the best player, all around, develop some more skills, the dribbling, the mid range. I think the Kings are invested in Keegan.
I agree with you. And I also think, Jay, can an organization say, yes, you'll be our starter? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't you can do it, Jay.
Yeah.
But that could come back to bite you. Let's say, yes, you'll be our starter. What if you start struggling? What if we make a trade to go out there and get, I don't know, who's a great 2-man? Anthony Edwards. I'm just throwing out names. Then what? And so if you're Sacramento, I would say you have an increased role, yes. I would say we want you back here.
What's an increased role if he's not starting?
Well, that's
Are you using the wordage?
I'm trying to, I'm trying to, the verbiage there, I'm trying to make it fuzzy.
I got
you.
So
that, but I don't know, man, because we had Chris Manx of SI on, and he talked about how Malik is going to be highly sought after, and he threw out some names as well. If you're Malik and you're looking at, let's say Orlando,
sure,
that's been mentioned. They got some good guards.
Yeah, Suggs, Cole
good.
Anthony.
But Malik comes in, and I would think would be the top guard there. Like, I think he's better than Suggs, better than Cole Anthony. And you got some young horses with you. I don't know, man. I think the challenge for Malik is it's no coincidence his best years are coming in this system with this group. And how much of that factors into his decision. Because if you're just chasing the bag, you might not win.
Sure.
It might not be as sweet. It might not be as comfortable and lovely. Trust me, I know. Throughout the history of my career, it's like, that's the things you weigh. It's like, yeah, you got the money, but this is the better fit. And so I don't know what needs to happen. A lot of people are saying if we lose Malik, I've seen people say, lottery, playing, all this. And I'm like, but you don't know what that leads to.
Sure.
You know?
You don't know the piece that
you don't know
replaces
the piece.
him.
And you still can do the sign and trade with Malik, if I'm correct. And you might not get everything you want, but you might get some picks. You might get some bench players.
I'd rather have Malik, though, Drapes.
I would too. And so, but Jay, if you could only offer him 78,
takes two to tango.
And somebody says, I'll give you 4 for 100.
That's a lot.
And so you mentioned doing a 1 year. I don't think Malik would do that.
You don't think he's going to bet on himself?
No, I don't think so. Too much risk of injury, like a bird in the hand. You know how it is, big fella. It's going to be hard to turn down that bag.
I mean, that's $22 million different, definitely. That's a lifetime.
Exactly.
It's a lifetime.
That's a lot of change. All right, we'll jump back into more Kings talk coming up next. 916-339-1140. Final half hour. Drapes and Jay, it's the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia. I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect clouds and rain overnight tonight. Periods of rain will last on into Saturday morning with afternoon thunderstorms that will be popping up. Your Saturday will warm only into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia during their spring event and save big on your favorite models. You can even buy with 0 down on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Dr. Ken Howachek and kinesiologist Kelsey Graham discuss the Good Feet store.
The foot has a lot of detail. It has a lot of complexity. There's a lot that can go wrong. A lot of problems start in the foot and end up elsewhere. Knee pain, hip pain, back pain. When aligning the feet properly, we can see relief elsewhere. And that's the beauty of the Good Feet Arch support. It can place the feet into their ideal position and gives them the balance, the support, the comfort, and the relief of the pain. The bottom line is that the Good Feet Arch support can be a highly effective pain relief solution when nothing else has worked.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Visit the Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Modesto, Stockton, and Vacaville for a free fitting and test walk.
Hi, everyone. It's Emran Pilati, the host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140, Saturdays at 10 a.m. I'm excited about our second location at the Roseville Galleria as True Sports Cards continues our expansion. And to celebrate this day, we're excited to announce that Kevin Huerter from the Sacramento Kings will be signing autographs on March 30th at 3 p.m. You can get your tickets for this event right now by going to TrueSportsCards.com, searching Kevin Huerter in the search bar, and buying your ticket. Limited tickets are available, so please go to the website, TrueSportsCards.com, and get your Kevin Huerter tickets right now.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at newnordicusa.com.
Dr. Ken Howachek and kinesiologist Kelsey Graham discuss the Good Feet store.
The foot has a lot of detail. It has a lot of complexity. There's a lot that can go wrong. A lot of problems start in the foot and end up elsewhere. Knee pain, hip pain, back pain. When aligning the feet properly, we can see relief elsewhere. And that's the beauty of the Good Feet Arch support. It can place the feet into their ideal position and gives them the balance, the support, the comfort, and the relief of the pain. The bottom line is that the Good Feet Arch support can be a highly effective pain relief solution when nothing else has worked.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Visit the Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Modesto, Stockton, and Vacaville for a free fitting and test walk.
Jiffy Lube has a special promotion going on right now. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change at Jiffy Lube and receive a $25 e-gift card from popular brands for food, gas, and more. It's that easy. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change and receive a $25 e-gift card. So basically, going to Jiffy Lube can get you a free lunch or a pizza for dinner. That's what we call added value for the consumer. That's why Jiffy Lube is #1 in the greater Sacramento area for oil changes. Visit jiffylube.com for more details and value.
Why I'm worried about the Kings. And Whitey's talked about this, but their easy pocket of the schedule is now over. Now it gets more difficult. They have the third toughest schedule in the league remaining. Boston, OKC, Clippers, Pelicans, Magic, Knicks. They're only quote-unquote cupcakes, easy ones. Portland, Brooklyn, Utah. Maybe you could throw in Philly on Monday without no Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 13 games left.
Beat the Kings with no Joel.
Yeah, they already beat them.
Philly.
Yeah, they already beat them with no Joel Embiid. You're right. Phoenix has the second toughest schedule, so that's good news. But Dallas, the 22nd. See, so the path is there for the Mavs. Like, the Mavs still game against Atlanta, Charlotte, Detroit.
Yeah, those are all W's.
And so that's what I'm worried about for Sacramento. That's why this game was so important, this last one last night. That's why all these games against these bad teams are so important.
Do you see a way the Kings can beat Dallas? And I'm saying twice. They beat Dallas twice. You gain a few games there because you're going one-on-one. But Dallas still can find its way outside of in the playoffs and outside of the play-in. Do you see any kind of way Dallas could lose 2 games to Sacramento and still finish in the 5th or 6th spot?
I do.
Looking at that schedule.
I do, because Dallas's schedule is so easy, Jay. Like, their toughest games remaining. They got OKC once.
Where at?
That's a good question. I'd have to pull that up. Mavericks schedule. Let me pull that up. They got OKC once. They got the Warriors.
Who I think has just settled in and say, look, we're going to do a play-in.
Right.
We're balling for our life.
Yeah, the Warriors, they're shot at a top 6 pretty much.
I think them and the Lakers are they're content.
Yeah. But I will say the Rockets are pushing the Warriors.
They are.
They're coming on.
They are.
They're coming on from the back. Looking at the schedule right now, I got Dallas's schedule at Golden State. Wow, Jay. These next 2 games against Dallas are critical. Let me run down Dallas's schedule coming up. Monday at Utah. Should we?
Yeah.
Tuesday at Sacramento. Friday at Sacramento. Sunday at Houston. That's not an easy game.
No.
Tuesday at Golden State.
Okay.
They got 5 in a row on the road, 4 of them against teams still fighting for something.
I like that. Okay.
But then that's where it gets easier.
Fell off
after
the
that.
cliff.
Then Atlanta.
Win.
Well, they got Golden State again at home.
Okay.
They got Houston again.
Okay.
But then Charlotte.
That's a win.
At Miami.
Miami fighting.
Detroit.
That should be a win.
And last game of the season at Oklahoma City. That should probably OKC might already be settled
Locked
in.
and loaded.
Yeah. That's why I'm concerned, man.
There's some gimmies.
It's some gimmies.
I mean, we said that with the Kings too, but we knew better to say, Toronto and Memphis and Washington are gimmies.
Yeah. Hey, but here's the thing, though. It seems like other teams are handling their business, and we're not. That's the thing. Dallas last night getting the win. Phoenix getting the win against teams they're supposed to.
I would say the 2 Warrior games are interesting. Of course, the 2 here in Sacramento are going to mean a lot.
And 2 against Warriors and 2 against Houston.
Houston is like, I could see a split. I don't think Dallas lose twice. And I if you would have told me that, I wouldn't say the Kings will lose 3 times.
Right.
But I think Dallas doesn't lose to them twice. I would say they would split that. I truly think they'll split with Sacramento. That's just my take.
You think Dallas and Sac?
I think they're going to split 1-1. Yeah, I think you split 1-1 because that Tuesday to Friday is a long time to not be doing nothing, relaxing, getting it in,
Yeah.
And most of the time, as much as, road teams, and you're a little different, but you can speak to this a little more. A lot of times players don't venture off that far off, when they come to Sacramento to do much, So I think it's one of those, you can relax a little bit here in Sacramento, get your couple nights in. I don't plan on seeing anybody down there at the club, from the Mavericks, but you never know.
Do they fly back though, Jay? Let me ask you that.
See, I think you stay
Tuesday
here
after the game.
I think you stay here, man.
Really?
Yeah, because it puts more travel on your body, compared to. I could just camp out for 2 or 3 days. They could take a trip to Napa, do a team the Kings did last night, where they should have been sent to the room with no supper, like the old school movies. So, but I really think because of that long break, Dallas splits with Sacramento. That's my inclination.
And is that a death knell for the Kings? Like, do the Kings need to sweep the Mavericks?
I say yes to guarantee a 5 or 6 spot for me. I think the Kings need to sweep Dallas, and I definitely think they need to beat Phoenix.
Yes, they definitely. And here's the thing. When I look at the standings with the Kings, I know I'm worried about them. I know I'm worried about the strength of schedule. But the Kings actually have the inside track. Right now, they're tied with Dallas and Phoenix in the loss column, Jay. They all got 29 losses. If you're the Kings, you beat Phoenix, you win the season series.
Yes.
You sweep Dallas, win the 2 against Dallas. You win the tiebreaker against them. So basically, that gives you an extra game ahead of those guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so Alan Stiles tweeted something out earlier. I think he might have been off. Like, I do feel the Kings still control their own destiny.
Agreed, of course.
Because they face these guys. They still got the head-to-heads with these guys.
Yeah, you played Dallas twice. You've got the Clippers who still have to come here, right? You still have Portland on the back end, the final game. Like, that's a must win. You still have Phoenix who has to come here, right? They come here. And you still have the Pelicans who you have not beat yet.
Right.
Can you just give me one?
Yes.
I'll take the one that is more important right now, which you may need.
Yeah.
Look at this, Drapes. If you can get both Dallas, let's just say the ones that you need, teams that are in contention. 2 Dallas, 1 Clippers, Pelicans, and Phoenix. And then I'm going to just throw the icing on top with the cherry against Portland at the end.
Right.
You win those games, that's separation, because all of those teams are in the need of wins against you too.
Right. And to your point, it's not you winning, but also them losing too. You're right.
Full game.
Exactly. And so, as dire as this show has been for the last 4 hours, Jay,
you're still telling me we got hope, Drapes.
We still got a chance. Hey, we'll put a bow on this thing. We got the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports 1140. Final segment coming up next.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect clouds and rain overnight tonight. Periods of rain will last on into Saturday morning with afternoon thunderstorms that will be popping up. Your Saturday will warm only into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The 2024 Accord is once again a winner of the 2024 Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars, making Honda the winningest brand in Car and Driver Award history. Come drive it. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda. Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fidium Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
Discover your dream home at Subcontractors United, your source for all home improvement needs. A talented team of home services experts is ready to make your projects a breeze. No more endless internet searches. Find your contractors in one place. Enjoy stress-free service absolutely free, with no hidden costs and no account to set up. Transform your living space into something extraordinary. Visit Subcontractors United today and experience the joy of hassle-free home improvement. Dream big at subcontractorsunited.com.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-414-4420 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-414-4420 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-414-4420 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Sactown Sports.
Drapes and Jay taking you into the weekend. The Drive Guys wrapping it up. Sactown Sports, 1140. Spend all today talking about the Kings, our therapy session with you guys out there. Notice you on the text line, the YouTube chat. Appreciate you guys. Also on the phones, 916-339-1140. I'm not going to lie to you, Jay. After my travels from Toronto yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Your boy's tired. I'm gassed. I'm ready to be out of here.
Man.
Start the weekend. Here's what I'm upset about, though, Jay. I was in Toronto, remember?
Yes, sir.
The weather was awful. It was beautiful here,
that's
wasn't
cold.
it? Wasn't it nice here?
That was very, very nice.
Did you look at the forecast this weekend?
It's supposed to be raining tomorrow, right?
As soon as your boy come back, my golf game is messed up. I can't get out. I'm upset, man.
It's okay, man. You got time. You have time, Lord willing.
I guess, man. But the kids and the wife are out of town.
Oh, you
I got
you
9
big boy
days.
Drake by yourself?
I got 9 days
Come
to do
on
whatever
now.
the heck I want. And so what should I get into this weekend? Anything popping in the city? You tell me.
Yeah, Scarface will be here Sunday.
Scarface what?
The rapper.
Get out of here.
It'll be Sunday.
What time? Where at?
Crest Theater. They moved it from Harlow's. He'll be out here Sunday. We could rock in if you're trying to get to it. Go see Face.
You got the hookup? Or
You know,
do I need
Face
to
is-
go buy something?
No, we good. Face is the man. We good
Jay.
with Face. You like Face? I know it's a
Come
dumb
on, man.
question. I'm just
Go back
saying, you
to
know.
the diary back in the day.
Okay,
and
okay.
Mr. Scarface 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I had
Face
no
is here.
idea.
I know, man. Bro, you gotta again with the understanding. I know you're busy.
I am busy.
You have also told me, look, Jay, I got time as well. But I also understand we parents and family and
Yeah,
all that
got
type of
that.
stuff. Yeah, you know, it
Scarface.
sounds better than sometime they could connect. But once the season is over, bro,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the city of trees.
I need
Like
that.
I feel like you haven't got the full on welcome of the city. You ain't been taken to the proper restaurants. You haven't
Nah.
shook the proper hands at the barbershops and the salons. You ain't been able to dip and talk to some of the owners and the
No.
people who the movers and shakers of Sacramento.
You know what?
I got you.
This is my problem, man. When I first moved here, it was during COVID.
Well,
I
that's
was
cold.
by myself.
Yep.
Stayed in West Sac, then stayed in Midtown for a
Okay.
little bit.
Yep.
So I was in it, but everything was closed up. Nobody was socializing.
For sure.
Then the family came, love them to death.
Yeah. Straight to the birds.
Straight to the bird. I ain't been back since, bro. And so I miss the vibe. I miss being in the city. I miss walking around. I miss touching the people.
Man, listen, this is what we gonna do. Tomorrow, no Kings game, right?
Nah,
So-
I gotta go
You'll
to.
get-
I gotta
that's
go to
right. You
San
got to send it to the
Francisco.
city.
Yeah.
For tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe Sunday. We'll lock in. We'll lock in Sunday.
Seriously.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll
I
see.
need
if
a
we can put
barbecue
together.
when the weather's nice.
Come on.
I need a cookout.
Come on.
Dude, I
family
don't
do it all the time. We
I don't be
barbecue.
doing anything,
We barbecue in the rain, my family. Don't worry about it, man.
That's
Dude,
what
I am extending the Jay Johnson summer pass.
I need that.
You know when you
bro.
go to the
He
city
said
and you
summer
get the $129 pass, get you to all
Yes.
these attractions and all that. I got you this. I'm telling you, man. I'm a bless the Draper family with a full welcome to the city of trees,
Dude, I
This
need it.
after post basketball season.
Because
post-basketball season.
I'm only at chain restaurants.
Yeah, no,
and-
that's not it.
and soccer fields. I need to get out to where the people are. for
Come on,
real,
man. And they welcome you. As you've seen, you came out and rock with me one day. People are like, man, that's my guy. You know, they calling you their guy. So the people welcome you, bro. When you come to Sacramento, we accept the people who want to be accepted. We got love for the people. Right. You've embraced our city. You've accepted our city. We'd be a fool not to turn it back and extend that grace towards you, man.
Let's do it, man. Seriously, because I don't have nothing planned. I ain't got no life. I need to get out. I need to feel the people, man.
Say no more. The next week we can have, and you got an extended time off between Dallas games this upcoming week. Man, we got you. We're going to do a few things, man.
Okay.
We're going to do a few things.
Let's do it. All right. We out of here, man. It's time to get out.
It's time for the week. It's time for you to go home and rest.
I got to rest, man. I got to watch some of these college games. I still need to get the kids' passports taken care of. Jay, good stuff, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for rocking with us. It's been the Drive Guys, Drapes and Jay. Shout out to Kevin Gleason.